The Information Man. Yeah. Peace, everybody. Peace, everybody. This is the Information Man. Going late night. I have a guest on. I have Back to the Basics. And I'm continuing to enjoy the HAPS app. Of course, it's in the beta stage, folks, and it is continuing to have to improve. They're going to continue to improve it. The bottom line, it's going to be improved, but a lot of people are enjoying it. People are getting to know each other, and it's fantastic. So this is Late Night Talk. I'm going to have a conversation with a friend of mine about a variety of different issues and things that are going on in the news and what have you. We're going to keep it real light, real fun tonight. So I hope everybody is enjoying themselves out there. This is a happy Friday to you. Maybe it's Saturday wherever you are in the world already, but it is what it is, and I hope everybody's doing fine. So let me get ready to go on over to the other side here and bring the guest on, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to unmute her, and here we go. Let's see, there we go. All right, back to the basics. How you doing?
Very well. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm decided just to fire it up for a little bit and have a conversation with you. And there's a lot going on today. Earlier today I was thanks for coming over today. I was doing the video and I ended up deleting it because there was a lot in it that people didn't hear, and I realized I didn't have the audio on when I was bringing in the news feed. But thank you for coming over anyway. And joining us earlier today. How's your day been?
Well, we had that lovely ice storm yesterday, but it was a little slick in just minimal spots. But it was just a regular day. I did a lot of running areas, had a chance to go to the gym, and then I came back and then I saw you were live earlier.
Yeah.
Despite your audio issues, I mean, after that was worked through, it ended up being still a very informative broadcast. So a lot was put out.
Yeah. I'm hoping tomorrow the Republicans are supposed to come to their conclusion and I think they take to a vote. And the writing's on the wall. It looks like they're going to, vote against impeachment of Donald Trump. That's what it looks like to me. You can almost smell it on the wall,
Yeah, it looks like they were trying to find a loophole or trying to, just as you said earlier, try to minimize what happened. Or, it's like these people literally stormed the Capitol. There was nothing minimal. There was nothing moderate or whatever. They're just really trying to water down, something to try to make it less serious. But it is what it is.
Yeah. You have military training and background and what have you.
Yeah.
My thing is, there's something in the air. We've had the COVID where they've been telling people to mask up. In some places in the country, like myself in California, they've said we're on a little bit of a quarantine. You can't go here, you can't go there at certain times. They have decided conveniently to say to small businesses. So this is the problem. I have a problem with this. They tell small businesses you got to remain closed. Therefore, those small businesses, they lose because they're losing money and they may never come back. While they tell the big businesses, the big box stores like the Walmarts and the Targets of the world, you can stay in business because you are providing food to everybody. Now, sure, yes, they are providing food and you have to have these supermarkets and all this stuff open, but actually, you're actually at a higher risk for this virus when you're going into a big giant store where there's a lot of people running around you trying to get food too. Then you are going into a mom and pop store because, for example, if me and you had let's say we had a convenience store, we could easily control the number of people that can come in that store and not because it's a small space. So we could say, hey, we're only letting 4 in at a time. Meanwhile, we're following the guidelines. We're still making money. We're staying in business and we're making money. But while Target and Walmart and all the usual suspect corporations are making their money still, you tell mom and pop, you got to remain closed. So it sends a message that mom and pop stores are more at risk to spread the COVID than the big box stores are when they're letting in way more people into a Walmart, which means your exposure is that much higher. Make that make sense. Back to the basics.
Yeah, this country, it just shows you how I'm just gonna have to say it. Certain people be lying. All they gotta do is open up their mouth, and when their mouth is moving, they're lying. So riddle me this: the same people talk about, oh, this country is built on small businesses, and if it wasn't for small businesses, they drive our economy, and blah 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 blah. Okay, so why are they not being permitted to stay open if these same small businesses drive our economy? Now, again, that is coming from all these various politicians. So again, they're already lying. They're already wishy-washy, going back and forth. To me, it sends a really bad signal. What I get out of it is that it's just another smack in the face for small businesses, because like you said, if we were to have something like that, or even a pop-up stand, if I have like a little pop-up stand and if I'm grilling or whatever, I can put like tape on the ground and do 6 feet apart and be like, hey, and I can control that because I'm not in an enclosed area, I'm outside
Right.
on the grill, so it just says to me that this country still does not have, it has a thing against small businesses, and it shows how much uh, power the big businesses like Walmart have. Me personally, I've been boycotting Walmart for a long time. If I never step back into a Walmart, I am perfectly fine because I can go right on over there to Aldi's, and oh, that includes Sam's Club. I haven't
Right.
stepped in a Sam's Club, and my goodness, I can't even remember. So no, I
Right.
don't. Me and Walmart are not. We ain't even on speaking terms.
Right. I see we got the Life of King Wage that's come into the chat
All
room,
right.
and we've got NC Worker. Let me ask you a question. I'm curious. Yesterday when we were on live, we had a lot of people that came in yesterday,
Mhm.
and I kept saying, I wonder, did I fire my channel up? Because I didn't fire YouTube up tonight. So my question to you, maybe it was your YouTube channel that was fired up.
No, because I went back and I actually checked. So I do believe once we link our social media accounts, it just
Yes.
makes it easier for people to come over. Because I looked on my YouTube and I wasn't even live. I
Yeah.
wasn't live at all. So once we link our YouTube
Mm-hmm.
our YouTube accounts and then
Right.
create a HAPS account, then
Yeah.
all of the subscribers, they can then see, and like go over to the
It's amazing.
broadcast. Hmm.
Yeah, because I connected tonight to everything but YouTube. So that's
Hmm.
why I'm like saying this is kind of blowing my mind how people are able to still come over. But I am not complaining about it. It's fantastic to see King Wage and to see NC Worker. King Wage, I think, is out of Oakland, California as well. And I've known that brother for some time now. So it's good to see you over here. Yeah, I just see there's a lot of hypocrisy that I'm noticing back to the basics with the way things are happening. You saw me over there on the young ladies channel, and there were a lot of people that came on board there. And I asked that fundamental question, which is you having the military background, would you say that the military is a uniformal system, that you guys have a system in which everyone has to be sort of on the same page?
Okay,
Wrong or am I wrong or right?
well, first, let me say, I'm going to have to do this subscriber. None of my statements are endorsed by the United States Army, DOD, or, any other military branch or government entity. The military is a political organization. We don't endorse any political party, just saying. So, back to the regular scheduled program. Yes. In the military, stuff is done it's supposed to be done in a uniform manner. That's why
Right.
we have UCMJ, the uniform, what is it? The Uniform Code of Military Justice. That's what UCMJ means. So everything is supposed to be uniform across the board. I mean, they teach you that in basic training. Oh yeah,
Okay.
you got dress right, dress. Everything has to be the same. If you show up in formation, if you're not even in the same uniform, they're gonna be
Okay.
like, "What's wrong with you? You don't have on the right. You're coming into the formation with your tennis shoes, and everybody else got on combat boots. You about to get, you about to get messed up. That's just how it is." I was looking at one time. It was somebody had on they had on the wrong headgear, as we say. They didn't have on the right, cover.
Oh my
I
God,
looked over.
no.
I literally, and my sergeant was like, "Fix him." So I had to run back to my room, hurry up, and I grabbed the second one. Okay, I'm like, okay, we really don't want to get dropped in front of everybody because everybody and their mother is out here in this formation.
Right.
It's like a whole,
Right.
the whole
Right.
brigade is out here. Like, no, we don't need that.
Right. Well, the reason why I bring that question up to you, because the military has a very disciplined, uniformal system.
Hmm.
And then we are living in a country where it seems like everybody wants to do their own thing in terms of the states when handling emergencies. So the South wants we shall rise again, the South. Okay, we shall rise again. They want to do whatever they want to do, right? You had the guy in the Walmart who, I guess he pulled out a gun or something because he did say he was about to get into a fight because he didn't want to wear the mask, right?
Oh wow. Okay.
And I think they called the police and arrested him, knocked him to the ground or something. So you got people who don't want to wear it. And then of course there's theories out there that, well, wearing a mask is bad for your breathing and your carbon dioxide and all. Well, of course, putting anything over. See, people think that they're being clever on all the social medias when they say things like, well, wearing a mask over your nose is going to do this. And it ain't that complicated. Common sense tells you that if you put anything over your nose like that for a period of time, it does have an effect on your body, fool. I mean, no, but seriously, right? We got to wear these goofy masks where you can't see people anymore. I mean, I was at work the other day, and the doctor that I work with, I'm in my office because what I do when I'm at work is I go into my office, back to the basics, and because I have an office, I'm able to isolate myself from a lot of people, and I like it like that, right? So the doctor knocks, and what people do sometimes at my job is that they have a habit of opening up your door without knocking first, and I lock it from the inside. So they'll start opening up the door, and then they get a surprise, and they're like, "Oh, I can't get in," and I'll be like, "Wait a minute, just wait a minute." Right? I don't care if they want to talk to me for a minute. I'll put my mask on and I put gargles on. They be like, "Damn, you really ready?" I mean, I'm serious. I'm not gonna play with y'all. And so the doctor said, "Man, this is the first time I've ever seen what your whole full face looks like, Mr." I'm like, because we're wearing masks all the time. And I'm not going to lie, it's not a very healthy thing to engage in. So I don't need some fancy person some fancy person. I don't need a person on social media giving me all these fancy words about why a mask is bad for your health and all of that. Common sense tells you we weren't born to have something covering over our noses. That's a no-brainer. But my thing is like this. I don't like wearing a mask, but I don't want to put anyone else's health at risk, and I don't want to put my own at risk. It's just like when California went on a lockdown. Everybody kept thinking that we were locked down like we were in China somewhere, where in China, see, this is the thing. Americans, we're very privileged. We don't know what a lockdown is. We use that word. I think I've even used it myself on my channel. In China, when they first went on lockdown, you know what they did? They told people to stay their butts in the house. They put tape or some kind of tape over their door. And if you were to break past that tape and they knew that you were out of your house, you're going to jail in China. They're going to make you pay the price. They're going to spank your booty. Right? But in America, our lockdown was basically, look, I could go to the store. I could go take a walk. I could do all that. I could walk the dog. I can jog. Just everything that was open would be closed by about 10 o'clock at the very latest. Or they didn't want you driving on the freeways at 12 and 1 o'clock at night, right? But in China, you couldn't do any of that stuff. They catch you out. You're gone with the wind.
Yes, very, very, very different. And you know what else I noticed over there? Even when it came to disinfecting, like they had their people out there in those hazmat suits and they were literally spraying the streets. I haven't even seen that over here. So, um yeah, this COVID-19 has been something else. I respect people who, again, I got it. UK, you don't want to wear the mask, but here's the thing. Where I wear a mask, first of all, I'm required to. I mean, I'm on a military installation. Even if I wasn't on the military installation, I would
Right.
still wear one because, again, I'm wearing that mostly for somebody else. Um, I'm not, like I said, I'm not taken over by fear. Just because I wear a mask doesn't mean that I'm afraid for my life or something. I mean, I'm drinking water, I'm eating fruits and vegetables, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, I'm exercising, so I'm not really worried about it. Making sure I go outside, get some sunlight. I'm not in fear. I wear the mask again if it's going to slow the spread, as they say, and social distance. That doesn't bother me. All I'm doing is just taking all the necessary precautions. And if it's going to, ease somebody else's, as far as put them at a state of peace of mind, then I'm not really bothered by it. It just shows you how selfish some people can be. It's like, okay, you're not the only one who's, if a state mandates the mask, then you're not the only one who has to wear it if you're out in public, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm. Well,
it's ridiculous.
check this out. I was talking to somebody, and you were in the military, and they're saying that a lot of the things that they have made us do, and the procedures that we've engaged in with this virus comes right out of a military book. Things like be 6 feet apart. Things like wear a mask over your face. There's people out there that are saying that a lot of it seems very apocalyptic, very military like. All these little things that they're telling us to do when there's been no empirical proof that 6 feet is enough distance. Hell, even CDC came out and said, "Oh, you know what? You really need to be more than 6 feet." So we're sort of like, they're sort of it's like a doctor practicing medicine. They're sort of winging. It feels like they're winging their way through this whole situation.
Yeah, yeah. It's been interesting that you say that because even when looking at the original symptoms, I've been following CDC
Mm-hmm.
and what
Mm-hmm.
they've been having on their website. Now, originally the symptoms were, of course, shortness of breath or difficulty breathing. You had to have a temperature of 100.4 and above, and then if you lost taste and or smell, and those were three of, oh yes, and chest pain.
Right.
Those were four of the big signs and symptoms. Then after May 13th, the CDC included all these other symptoms: runny nose, sneezing, muscle body aches, abdominal pain, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, fatigue. And it's like, but just about anybody can have those symptoms. And of course, cough. Well, cough was also an original symptom. So it's like when they expanded the symptoms, my goodness, just about everybody would have to get tested for COVID-19 because they expanded the symptoms. So it's like, okay, you guys started off with this list and you expanded it to where, well, what if I have a runny nose? Or, for example, what if I have a case of hay fever and if I have itchy, watery eyes and a runny nose? And then because of, post nasal drip, I got, sinus drainage running down the back of my throat, but I develop a cough. Well, that doesn't mean I necessarily I have COVID-19.
Right.
And with the weather being up and down, particularly where I'm at, I'm in the, well, I guess technically I'm in the South. I'm in southern Kentucky. Weather has been up and down. We just had an ice storm. You go from 50 degrees and a runny nose, and then because of to
Mm.
20 degrees, it's like, well, yeah, I guess I might develop a little bit of a, a stuffy nose or something. Oh yeah, and that's another symptom, a congestion or, nasal congestion. I'm just like, my goodness. In that case, everybody's gonna have to get eventually tested, at least tested for COVID-19. So it does
Well,
sometimes feel like it's like a trial and error thing going on at times, but oh, it's the CDC. Those are the professionals.
yeah,
So,
but the CDC has changed their criteria in
mhm.
their minds. They change it more than I changed my, my socks.
Well,
And now they're saying that they've got the plan that can make it safe for kids to go back to school. They're now, I think it was announced today that they got the plan that they can do it. And
oh
well,
really? Oh,
yeah,
they got the plan now. Oh, okay.
there's a, well, you can't do anything without money. They can do a lot of talking all they want, but you got to have money to make these schools prepared. Now, there are private schools, back to the basics. I was talking about this with someone else on here a week ago, that private schools they've been open. But the thing is, private schools have the money and the resources to make the schools suitable with the social distancing for kids. Now, I was reading here on an article in let me see, this was in Truth Out again, and it says here, teachers are fighting back against the bipartisan push to reopen schools. So it says here, let me see here. Now, let me see. This was on February. This is February. Let me see. Across the country, there are still many regions with consistently high infection death rates. Even with schools closed, over 1 in 3 people in Los Angeles, California, has gotten the virus. Matter of fact, back to the basics. I don't even know if you realize this. And peace to everybody in the chat room that's listening. I think we have Money Boy
All
Films
right.
who's in the
Yeah.
house. We've got AB Media 83 in the house. We got 1SP. What's PC 1SP?
Yeah.
We've got Jimmy who's come in. Some people that are already on Haps that's come in. Trying to make out these names. Can you see the people on your side?
Let me see if I go because I've been trying to be as engaged as possible here.
So we got Safari in the house. I think he does business news. Peace to you. We got NC Worker. Of course, we had the Life with King Wage if they're still around. We got 41 in here. We got salute from Ann. We got Ann in the house. Anybody that's in that chat room that may be following Back to the Basics but may not be following me yet, check out the Information Man Show on YouTube and subscribe, and check out my second channel, the Information Man Speaks Podcast, and subscribe like your how do I say it? Like your life depends on it.
Uh-oh, here we go. That thunder.
Tell the truth.
That's right. Gotta tell the truth about that. And then we have the young lady that's come in from the channel that I was on. She has that name. Come on, shout that name out. Back to the Basics. Help her brother out here.
Miss Takara, there she is.
Takara is in the house. Takara,
here.
let me give her because she let me come on her panel today. Let me give her a clap. Yes. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, fantastic. Fantastico. All right. So as we were talking about the schools and everything, you were about to say something though, Back to the Basics. I don't want to cut you off. Oh, thank you for putting that in there. Now that's fantastic of you. You were about to say something, and I didn't mean to cut your flow off.
I wouldn't worry about it. I'm putting your stuff in here. I can't remember what it was. I wouldn't worry about it.
Well, I'm trying to worry about it because I want to hear what you were saying, but
if it comes back to me, I'll
so
get back to it.
And now check this out. I'm going to go back into the article here. And now there is an all-out onslaught against teachers' unions in order to force them to go back to unsafe plans to get teachers and students back into the classroom. It comes from the top, with Biden administration placing school reopening at the top of its list of priorities for the first 100 days. Local governors, courts, and the press have followed suit, attempting to demonetize teachers they're basically criticizing teachers who are saying, hey, we're very concerned about the schools. Now, when Biden wasn't president, he was very critical of Trump by saying, hey, you got to put money in the schools. Well, I wonder if Biden's $1.9 trillion includes the school money, or is that, we know that's relief money, but he's going to have to put his money where his mouth is, because without the money for the public schools, it ain't going to work. Private schools got their money. They're already open.
Right.
Remember, we're living in this is how embarrassing. I don't want people to think that are watching that I'm an unpatriotic individual, that I'm not a proud to be an American, that I don't have respect for America. Well, I don't have respect for what America has done to my people, but that's another story too. But the truth of the matter is, it is laughable that we live in modern times where our schools, our public schools, are in terrible shape. We've got kids going to school in bad conditions. And so if you're going to bring kids back into public schools, given this COVID situation, well, you got to make sure that you make the schools whole, because we got a lot of schools that have poor infrastructure. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to be honest with you, it's completely laughable when you compare our schools to other industrialized nations that got their schools in a little bit better shape. And we don't have enough infrastructure. We don't even have a damn bullet train. And Japan has a bullet train.
If I might add, you just mentioned the trains over in Japan.
Oh,
okay. I was researching, and what's so sad? The United States is not even in the top 10 when it comes to education. But you know who does compete for the number one spot? Japan and South Korea.
Right.
This is why, I can understand why some people may want to go to Japan or South Korea, because their education system is so good. I mean, even Germany and Canada are in the top 10 when it comes to like education. Um, so I mean, we used to be, but that was many decades ago when the United States was in the top 10. So yeah, if we're not even in the top 10 for education, then it's not looking too good.
Let me look something up real quick since we're on this topic. Where does America rank in education? Let me see. That's what I was asking for, and let me see. Where do we rank? The last time I seen the numbers, I think we're like 40. We're down to 4. We're ranked 40th in the world. And I could be wrong. United States ranks 27th for healthcare. And oh, here we go. I think I found something. Check this
30.
out.
Ooh,
This is embarrassing, ladies and
yeah,
gentlemen, tonight.
it's not good.
The United States, this was back in 2018. So I'm coming with 2018. There was an article that the United States was once a leader for healthcare and education. Now it ranks 27th in the world. That was in 2018. Are you saying that we're now 30th in the world?
It's a sad, yeah.
Wait a minute.
Wall, yep,
Give us that give us
yeah,
that number. What's that number?
it's bad.
What's the number?
Okay, so I'm on Google right now. Google is saying, according to the Business Insider report in 2018,
Yes.
its education ranking was, let me see this, for 38th in math, 24 in science. So that's, oh, yeah,
It's a damn shame.
and 24th in science.
24th in science.
Actually, hold on. Looks like I got something from 2021. Let me see what it's gonna say.
What's going on, Omega Courtney? Good to see you over here.
Yeah, this is a sad situation. This is really, really, really bad. Um, Dang, do we have numbers for this one? Okay, so this is the article that has the paragraph that I was reading from. Um, so it gave more of the breakdown for. You know what? I'm just gonna paste the article into the chat, into the HAP, so
Okay.
people can actually see it. Cause y'all need to actually see this.
Let me read something off too right here. Back to the basics. I'm looking at a 2018 article. It's all relevant. Check this out. I think when you said 30, I think it's worse than that. After ranking countries based on their level of education and health, studies found that the United States ranked 27th in the world on these matrix as of 2016. That was in 2016. Of course, that's been some time ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was I was gonna? Well, no. Here's what I wanted to read. When it comes to education, nations fare even worse. The latest findings from the Pew Research Center have the United States in 38th place out
Mm-hmm.
of 71 countries when it comes to math scores, 24th place when it comes to science. That's what it was back in 2018. So it looks like we're still holding the same numbers today. So America is taking a big fat L.
Yep, it's bad. And you know, compared to China, I mean, here's the thing. Um, China, they're really big on turning out engineers.
Okay.
So I mean, if you have a country, I mean, now riddle me this: if you have a country
Mm-hmm.
turning out about a 500,000 engineers, and you know, it doesn't matter whether if it's computer engineers, mechanical engineers, electrical engineers, they're turning out engineers, and then you
Mm-hmm.
have another country, that might be turning out 100,000 engineers per year. Who do you think is going to be running? Who you think is going to be the superpower? I mean,
It's going to be the industrialized countries. I think India is the fastest growing middle class right now. And the Chinese are now their people. They want luxuries like we have over here. They don't want to be just cheap labor forever. I think that what's happening is that with this COVID situation, I said on that panel tonight that these corporations don't really need people that much anymore because they're able to make profits over people. And now you have a society that's becoming more computerized, more whenever you go into a store and you see takeout where you can just do your own bagging of your groceries and buy your own food. The people that work there, they don't realize you just you're losing a job. You got machines taking over everything. And so if these people in these other countries become more into science and engineering, they're gonna be making us work for them, or we're gonna be saying to them as Americans, if our if our education doesn't catch up, we're gonna be saying very soon, ladies and gentlemen, do fries go with that shake?
oh my gosh. Well, just like you said, we're living in an era of technology, AI, artificial intelligence, virtual reality, drones. None of this is going away. So many jobs are about to be replaceable. I remember whenever I was a kid, I had I still have a pretty good imagination. I used to think that cars drove themselves back when I was 6 or 7 years old. Now I'm in
Mm-hmm.
my 30s, and now we actually have autonomous cars, and they're already testing autonomous 18 wheelers. So, I mean, the truck driver will be replaced here. It's only a matter of time. Taxi drivers, they will be replaced. A lot of jobs will be replaced just based upon automation.
Right. Jimmy is saying in the chat room, I'm going to look at this computer here, my computer here, so I can see what people are saying better than I can see to my computer to the other side of me. Jimmy is saying that, let me see if did I miss his comment? I'm going to read people's comments. Jimmy is saying that China will dominate because the number, the numbers are higher when it comes to their trained their entrepreneurism. Like they have a lot of people in China that are trained to be entrepreneurs.
Hmm.
Very true.
Yeah.
um while we got our kids talking about, do you want paper or do you want plastic? Now
Yeah.
let me
Yeah.
see right here what someone else is saying in the chat room. We've got who came in here, the young lady here is let's see. She says, "What is that? Is why it will be hard for people to see what is right before their eyes." Interesting. Good comment. And
A
I'm trying
sense
to
of awe. That's
a
what her
sense
name
of
is.
awe. Okay, thank you. I'm bad with names. So a sense of awe. Thank you for making those statements. Appreciate that. Let me see now. Omega Courtney. She says, "I'm homeschooling my children to assure they will be specifically trained for their skill set in professional and careers." That is excellent what she just said. What do
Yes.
you think about
Yes.
home schooling anyway? Back to the basics.
I approve of that message. I myself, it's so interesting because I'm looking at colleges right now. Either way, I'm going to be back in the classroom
Mm-hmm.
because it seems like the classroom is a revolving door for me. I'm either a student or I'm the instructor. So and I'm long-winded. So yeah, I'm perfect for the classroom. So I'm gonna I'm gonna be yeah, I definitely agree with that. People, this is a good time for parents to take the reins when it comes to education. And really, that's where education begins anyway. Education begins in the home. Um,
Right.
so
Right.
I think that that's very important. that she's doing that. Hmm.
Right. We've got Al. We got Al Amon of Earth. What is this? We got
Oh, that's
Amon of Earth.
so Alma of Earthia.
Alma of Earthia. Welcome to the platform. Welcome Jimmy to the platform as well. He said paper or plastic, and would you like fries with that too?
Yeah,
That's true. That's true. And
yeah.
let me see. Omega Courtney says, right. For math, my children are creating businesses and businesses plan studying in stocks.
Perfect.
And she also says, for science, we are gardening. We're doing gardening. They're going out in the garden, and she's teaching them science through the gardening. And then we've got, let me see, regarding the level of skill sets of our youth, technology has absorbed minds. Malcolm said, why would we let our enemies teach our children? Well, I
Mm,
have to say, amen about that.
yeah.
Amen.
Yeah, I agree. We got a lot of people here. Okay, I see Alma, and I see who else was in there. There was somebody else who slipped in here too.
Yeah, we've
Tampa
got a
Supreme. There we go. Tampa
yeah,
Supreme.
yeah. We've got 58 people watching right now. We may not break. Last night we broke like 180 or something like that.
Wow.
We
Okay.
may, yeah, we broke a lot of people. We had a lot of people watching us last night. We may not break that many tonight because of the fact that a lot of people are breathing.
Hey, it's I'm on Central Standard Time, so it's like it's 1:33 in the morning here, so I'm just I'm just, definitely a late night, early morning over here.
Right. And I'm in California, so it's like 11:33 over here. And I normally go to bed on the weekends when I don't have to get up for work. I normally stay up as late as maybe 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. So me being up at this time is like child's play for me. But for people who live in the eastern part of the country, they're probably like, I can't hang in there. It's like 2, 3, 4 in the morning. I got to get my sleep. You know what I mean? I got to get my beauty sleep. So we get it. Now we got Raw B who's come in.
All
Where are
right.
where are all these? You know what's weird about this though? I got to be honest. I'm not on any of my YouTube channels.
Just
I,
like
I
I
this, but all of the people that follow me on YouTube have come in because I've got this going. We're on Twitch live tonight. We got 66 people watching now. We're on Twitch live. We're on my Facebook, my Facebook channel. Maybe it's we got my Facebook channel that's up and flaring tonight. The Periscope, the Twitter. So people are coming through, and I think it's wonderful. But it's just kind of interesting because I wasn't expecting to see some of the YouTube people come over unless I've got YouTube connected, and I don't even have YouTube fired up tonight.
Well, again, just like I said, once we link all of our social media and then create the Haps account,
Right.
then people can actually see it. They will get a notification and they'll just come right on over.
Yeah, but don't
So,
be bringing none of that old goofy
oh no,
talk
no.
over here. Come over here with intelligent talk. All that goofy stuff that's goofy stuff that people be talking on YouTube sometimes. They gonna get dropped out of the sky over here because these guys that run this program, they're not. It's not like YouTube where I'm gonna create me another account, even though I got dropped. These guys over here are probably gonna get rid of you, and that'll be done for you. So come
Oh,
over with intelligent talk.
Mr. Jimmy, he said it's 8:30 over in Denmark, so he's over there in Europe.
Yeah, he's over. Yeah, there's a lot. You know what's the trip
Yeah.
about this platform too is that there's a lot of international people in here. There's a lady from France,
Yeah.
and she goes live and she shows a lot of historical sites over there and stuff like that. There's a lot of people from all over the world on here, There's a guy on here who's a biologist, and he's in Utah, and he goes out into the nature, and and displays that through his foam and all this good stuff. Let me put Raw B. She says, "Hey everybody," let me put her on the screen and put her up in big stars and shining lights. Welcome, Raw B. Now I think Raw B, you married because he's trying
not to get in trouble.
I'm not trying to get in trouble, but I'm saying that she wasn't married. I'll be trying to get it. I'm having a good time tonight. Tonight, I'm not, I'm not trying to be overly serious like I'm always usually overly serious. I'm trying to have some good conversation, but have a good time because it's late. We got 68 watching us, which is fantastic. But Raw B, it's good to see you over here. And I think she's got a live stream coming up.
Oh, she said, "Dad, I love you."
We have to get it in. Turn down the lights like Teddy Pendergrass.
Oh, you going back to that? Okay.
Nah.
Hey, I'm not mad at you.
I might give you a little taste too. Back to the beat. Nah.
Hey.
I'm just messing around. I'm just messing. Hey, come on, let's have fun, man. We always super serious and stuff.
I see a sense of she done put up the eyes. She done put up the eyes.
It's fun. It's good to laugh. Have a laugh. It's good to have a good laugh, folks, because think about it. We're not doing the normal routine. Now let me ask you this. Back to the base. This is very important. Mm-hmm. As I always say, that is my signature word. It's very important. I should make a shirt. I should make a T-shirt. It's very important.
Information, man.
I should make a shirt saying this is very important.
I think those are your crutch words.
Right, it is. Well, I am about to. Actually, I'm about to. I opened up a Teespring account, so I'm about to get some merch going.
Oh, you got good.
I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna start getting some merch going, and I think I should put a shirt with like, "This is very important." Always say,
"Tell the truth."
Tell the truth.
And information is power. There you go. Oh yeah. And I want if you can get those information is power pins or the little or something.
You know what? That would be good.
A wallet or something.
I think the pins would be good, and I would sell them for $1. No,
99 cents. 99 cents on the no, I'm playing.
99.99% on the money. We got to get those pins going. But this is very important. How are you and everybody in the chat room that's listening? How are you adjusting to the world that we live in now because of the fact that we can't go to movies like we used to? You can't go to a nightclub or a bar like you used to. You can't do things where you're in close quarters with people around you like a ball. You can't do certain things anymore that we might have taken for granted. For example, I enjoy going to restaurants. I never told anybody this. I'm actually, that's a hobby of mine. I love exploring different restaurants and being like my own little restaurant critic. I was even thinking about doing a vlog channel where I go around. I'm not talking about the mukbangs where you stuffing hamburgers in your mouth like, I really have a hard time watching. There's people that I subscribe to on YouTube who have mukbang channels, but I really don't enjoy watching a person scarf down food, like hamburgers and all this fast food type stuff. But I was thinking about doing a kind of a food channel where I go out and I eat very good quality food, top-notch type food, because you don't see a lot of that on YouTube. You see everybody eating all this fast food stuff, but you really don't see people going out like a food critic and eating top-notch food and giving it ratings. Of course, it's going to cost you some damn money, by the way. You better have a good wallet on your behind.
Oh, here we go. It all depends. I remember in Louisville, there's this wonderful authentic Nigerian restaurant, and it,
Right.
you know, very good. The hostess, he greeted me at the door, and
Right.
he sat me down at a table, and it was really nice, and the price wasn't ridiculous, and it was authentic. We ain't talking about, oh well, this is an African restaurant being run by, other people. That's what I'm gonna say, other people.
Hmm.
But it was very nice. It was Funmi's Cafe. If I can, I'll probably put it in the chat here. But it was really good. I
Go
mean, me
go ahead
me
and put it in the chat. That'd be great. If you,
because me personally, my dream, I would love to just have like a motorhome, like a RV or something like that, and just
hmm
travel and just try different things. I mean, and plus I'm big on history, so I mean, shoot, archaeologists would be right up my alley. Shoot, I'll go dig a hole in the ground and find some bones. Hey, and hey, I'm just saying. So let me
Well,
see if I can get them on
it's
the.
it's funny that you said that. You know why it's funny that you
Mhm.
said that? Because that's something that a lot of retired people are doing, back to the basics, where they're saying, instead of me dealing with a mortgage or a reverse mortgage, I'm going to buy a camper and travel around the country. There's people there's a lot of people that retire that are doing that, and they enjoy it because they can go anywhere in the country, and they're not dealing with, some house in one place that they're at and all the drama that comes with that at times. And back to the basics. Let me see what I'm inputting her messages, and I'm going to put other people's messages on the board. And back to the basics. I think she's saying this right here. Yes, girl, restaurants or life, excuse me. And back to the basics says she does enjoy watching people eat food. I believe she said that. And I mean, I just I'm not super. It's not something that I'm fond of. So that's in
Yeah.
there. Check that out. And she says, let me put this up. She says, tiny little homes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the tiny house movement. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. A lot of older people, they downsize, right? So when you're older, you don't want to be living in no big giant house. You want to downsize from a big giant house. I mean, because who wants to deal with a yard and all this stuff you got to deal with when you get older? You don't have the energy for all of that. So you know, there's even back to the basics. There's even a you got to have money to do this. I wouldn't do it personally because I don't want to be in that situation. But there are people who have money where they rent or they own an actual room on a cruise liner, and they're literally living on a cruise liner that's traveling around the world, and they're constantly going to different countries 365 days of the year, living on a cruise liner, renting out like a little suite or something, or they own it. Have you ever heard about that?
I have not, but just like you said, I mean, people don't want to they don't want to and not only that, the payments of a mortgage. Like, who wants to be stuck with a 30-year mortgage and just payments forever? Nobody wants to deal with that. But trying to get back to your other question that you asked me about
Mm-hmm.
COVID-19, how I've been coping. I mean, I'm still gonna live. I think with relationship wise,
Mm-hmm.
it makes it interesting, but I still prefer face to face interaction. But at the same time, I think our society, this is just me personally, because I'm old fashioned. I think society has just gone a little bit too, um, just too much of a wop, sex. Just, I'm like, I got other things on my
WAP.
mind, and intimacy and sex are not the same. And I think for a lot of people, they get that confused. You can be intimate with someone without having sex. I mean, and that's just how I see it. I'm like, just the sex. That's just the act. Intimacy, when you, like, one of my best dates that I was on, it was with an older gentleman, and we were walking in the park. We sat down and we had a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
When someone starts asking someone about their goals, about short and long term goals and different things, and when you start like finishing each other's sentences, that's where you get into a level of intimacy, and you don't have to necessarily physically touch to have intimacy either. So I mean, I think it's just society is just too caught up in this WAP thought, whatever that is. I just, um,
Right. Would you say that making love starts in with the mind first? Like for example, let's say you're at home with someone and you all you're making dinner together. You're making a dinner, the music is playing, you're dancing, or you're doing the fun type stuff. That's the beginning of romance. That's the beginning of quote unquote sex, because it's more than just the physical, but it's the metaphysical first, or the mental aspect that you bring to it and how you make the person feel emotionally. That is part of the whole process of love making. What is your thoughts?
I would agree to that. There's so many things that start in the mind, and I mean, sex is just one of those things. Me personally, I mean, um, I'm a visual person. I mean, some women might not, they might not admit that. But of course, I mean, if someone's attractive, yeah, I might say something to them. But I mean, here's the thing. I mean, I've talked to attractive people, but then after talking to them and seeing where their thought process was, I was like, ooh, maybe I should have just stayed in the corner and not said anything, because I like I like to have, as you would call, adult conversations. Like if
Right.
you want to, a man has to stimulate my mind. You can't listen. You come over here. I want an essay. I want a title page, a essay, and a reference page. Oh, and I want that in APA format. You got to be, you got to come with some with a with a broad knowledge base. I want to talk to someone who is able to talk about various issues and be able to look at issues from various different perspectives, various different points of it. So that's just me. But some people, they just go for looks, and then they just you know and then that's all it takes for them is just someone looking good.
Mm.
So, but no, I mean, COVID-19, it's been different. Like I said, I still go. I go to the gym. I come in. I wear my mask. They take my temperature. I do what I need to do in class. We do our 6 feet for our aerobics and our different classes that we do with the yoga and different things. And then shoot, I'm still living. It's just we just got to make a few adjustments. That doesn't mean that you stop living due to COVID-19. Relationship wise, I mean, like I said, I just prefer face to face, to meet people face to face. Um, But I mean, when it comes to that, I know you did your broadcast about Bumble. I'm not big into these dating apps. I'm more of if I want to meet someone virtually, maybe I would be looking through Eventbrite, you
Mm-hmm.
know, something like that, where you can meet someone like-minded and it not be just on some, you know, just like, it's not like, Plenty of Fish or Match.com and all these other things. So Eventbrite is also another tool that can be used more, business geared, but any event. So you can meet someone through there, Eventbrite, different places like that. So
Okay.
the dating scene has changed a little bit, but uh, that thought wop. That's all I gotta say about that. That's a
Yeah.
mess.
So we're at 100. We got 108 people watching, and peace to everybody out there that's watching the program. Let me say this about the dating app. I've never been a big fan of dating apps. I've had some of my worst experiences with dating apps, because um, what I find most frustrating is the fact that Dating apps have made dating very superficial. People don't learn to really talk to each other. You can hide behind the screen, you can hide behind avatars, and you can hide behind this fantasy of what you want people to think that you are. And so I've never been a big fan of them because people, lie, people catfish you, people, women and men may use date sites as a jump off because they just broke up with their wife, their boyfriend, the person that they really want to be with. So people use these date sites in in manipulative fashion, and then those who use them for really what they want in terms of relationship, there are a small few of them that operate on that level with them. But you should never go into a date site assuming that I'm going to meet my soulmate. You should go into it just saying, I'm going to get to know someone. If that person is who they say they are, then we can see if that's even a possibility, first of all. So you hear what you understand where I'm coming from. So
Okay. How you doing, Sir Ism? There's no link, so Haps is a little bit different than YouTube. Cause let me see. I'm just trying to look at the
right,
comments. Yeah, it's a little bit different from YouTube.
right, little bit different, but it's coming along.
But yeah,
Come on.
dating. Yeah, I'm just like, but like I said, I mean, I just I like to be around people. But then there's a certain point when I just have to, I have to break away and I have to be by myself to recharge. And some people, they don't understand that. So that's just a part of my personality. So
Right.
I'm a INFJ personality. So I absorb energy.
Let me cut this out of here. Boom.
Oh, he turned on the countdown.
Yeah, count the countdown. It's okay. Let me get that right off. And I'm
It's all good.
peace everybody out there. I'm trying to play around with a couple of things here, and there was something that I wanted to take off of here. And give me 1 minute. Let me test something out real quick.
Okay.
And let me take this off of here. I don't need this. Boom. And I think I might have accomplished what I wanted to do. Back to the basics. Let me see. That's here. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. Let me see if I can get you back in here with me. And now I've got this thing here. Hang on. Boom. The intro, I got to get rid of that. Dun, 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 dun. Let's stop that there. And I think I'm going to have to let it run its course through. I'm just going to let that run through.
Okay.
All right. That ran its course. Now I
Here we
can get
go.
out of there. Hopefully I can get us back to where we were before. I've got to get rid of something off of here. Let me upload an image. Let me upload an image. Let me just know what I got to do. Let me get this off of here all together. Delete the uploaded image. And there we go. All right.
Okay, Sir Ism. I'll see you around.
All right, Sir Ism. Take care, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing was is that you're the one who started the broadcast, and I'm not I'm not one of those people who who someone invites and then I attempt to take over their their broadcast or their panel. I mean, I understand. Yeah, this is different from
Nah, this
Okay.
ain't. Yeah, it's not like YouTube right
Yeah, it's
now
a
where
little
you can
bit
just
different.
where you
Yeah.
can just give people links right away.
Yeah.
And but that's what I wanted to tell you too. Back to the basics. You won't be seeing me on too many panels on YouTube much anymore. I think I go over to Raw B. I talk to her. There's a few people that I get on that panel because you won't see me on a. Let me just say this: you won't see me on a panel
Mm-hmm.
where there's a lot of nonsensical conversation. I'm just
Yeah.
not going to be on those kind of. It's not worth my time. I don't have time for it. The arguing, the bickering, the beating on one's chest to boast who you are. I don't have time for that. So that kind of stuff, I want to steer myself away from because it makes no sense to try to prove something, try to prove yourself to people who live thousands of miles away from you, who hide behind avatars, trying to prove something to someone when you don't have to prove anything to anybody. So I don't want to be, if I'm on a panel, I want to have productive conversations with people, but I don't want to have non-productive conversations. That's just how I
Yeah.
feel about it. I've been through those kind of situations and it's just, it's not what I want to be involved in going forward. But I was trying to get something off my screen and I'm having a hard time here.
Yeah.
I want to remove something, but I can't remove it.
Thank you for subbing, Sir Ism. Like I said, I'll probably be going live on Haps too. It's just that right now I do have a lot going on, and I'm trying to still carve out a schedule for my podcast and amongst other things.
Right.
Um,
Now let me show you this. Remember I was telling you that when they had the Capitol breach,
mm-hmm.
then they started having we have to always clean up the mess. Let me play
Oh
this. Let me
no.
play this right here. So what you're watching there, ladies and gentlemen, what you're watching there is a video of the housekeeping department at the Capitol building in Washington, D.C., made up of a lot of black folks that were cleaning up the BS that took place on the Capitol. So they go up there and they riot and cause all those problems. And then we're left to clean up the mess that they left behind. That's what that is. That's real footage of what took place. Now let me bring back to the basics on, and I wish I could get rid of this. There's something I wish I could get rid of on here, but I just can't for some reason. And there we go. See, I wish I could get rid of this. We got some malfunctions here.
Oh, that's all good.
I got to figure out why that's doing that. And I'm going to try to see what I'm noticing. It won't let me get back in the other grids that I was in for some reason. So let me see if this will work. See, won't let me. So we're going to keep it like that. Let me, I need to know. We got 115 people watching. Thanks a lot for coming over, everybody. I know it's late across the country for many people. Thanks for coming in and watching. Sir Ism, peace to you. I've seen you on Reg's The Bad Guy show.
Oh yeah.
He's always speaking truth to power. He says he wants to bring the Macasphere to the Manosphere, the Maxosphere.
Oh my goodness. Well,
I got $5 on $8 and $10 on $9, and my game is strong, coming through and coming there. No, I mean I like his style. You know, I've checked him out over there. No, I'm just saying because I've seen him, and what I like about him is when he has gotten into it with people, he keeps it 100% real.
yeah.
And he says it like it is, and he's a guy who don't like all the fancy talk. He wants you to say it plain and say it straight. Now, Mr. Ism, am I telling is Information Man saying it right, or am I saying it wrong? You don't like BS.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just be honest about that. Okay, back to the basics. As I try to figure out how I can get rid of these other items, as I figure out how I can break out of this grid seal, you know how it has these grids in here, which are designed for you to determine how many people you want on a panel. It's got me stuck in the grid. So every time I try to bring you in, all that other junk comes in and I can't get rid of it. So I got to figure out how to get back to the other stacks of grids that were on here so I can get you back in the way you were. But is there anything else that you wanted to talk about or bring up that's on your mind before we come to a conclusion? I know it's late for folks, but we're doing good. We got 117 people rocking with us tonight. I appreciate that.
There's so much, but we don't we don't have the time. I just like with the COVID-19, it's just interesting how vaccines are being pushed so hard, but not enough about nutrition. And I see that unfortunately across the board. It really is a shame. You know, right before you know, former President Trump left the office, he talked about, you know, he had the nerve to open up his mouth and say, "Oh, Pfizer is the medical miracle." And I thought about that and I said, "But here's the thing. What did we do before vaccines?" And then of course you're going to have some, you know, some person, some smart person. Well, you know, people were dying. People have been dying. We got that since since the beginning. But what were we doing? People eat every day, and the body can't, you know, can't live without water. I said, and that's what people did. We were out there working. That was when, you know, our society was more of a agrarian economy with farming.
Mm-hmm.
So we were out
Mm-hmm.
there doing manual labor, and again, and for the people who could, they ate fruits and vegetables or whatever have you.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever he said that, oh, these vaccines are, you know, the medical miracle, and I'm thinking, obviously somebody didn't study biology, because the human body is the medical miracle. We already have so many defense mechanisms in the body. I mean, if you if something enters the body, like an like for an example, an infection, the body, you know, people like, oh, I'm feeling feverish. That's because your body is trying to kill whatever infection or virus that is. So the body is gonna, it's gonna, you're gonna, your temperature is gonna rise. That's the body's natural defense mechanism in attempting to kill a virus. You're again for people who have been diagnosed with cancer, their white blood cell count is off the chart. You want to know why? Because that's their immune system. Those white blood cells are going out there fighting that cancer. That's why their white blood count is so high whenever they go to do a lab. We don't
Right.
have to think to it, you know, as far as our if like let's say for example, I'm chopping up some, you know, tomatoes or potatoes and I cut myself. I don't have to think about, you know, my to be like, okay, I need to form a scab over this over this cut. The body automatically does that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
when he said that, I'm like, nah, the human body is the medical miracle. And the number one prevention of disease hasn't changed in over 100 years, and that's just washing your hands, preventing disease. The mask and the social distancing, that
Mhm.
only slows the spread. It's not preventing.
Mm. Well, certainly I've done videos on health. One of the things that I find disturbing in this whole situation with COVID is that all these so-called scientists, the CDC, they're all talking about, okay, wear a mask. They're all telling us to take a vaccine, to get the first shot, get a second shot, which has all kind of side effects. They're telling people to do all these type of measures. But what I don't hear anyone saying from CDC or any of these so-called doctors is what you just said. No one's telling you about vitamin D. I did a video about vitamin D. It's very important. No one's talking about vitamin D. No one's talking about the importance of the exercise, eating the greeny fruits and vegetables, the G bombs. No one's talking about these sort of things to help boost your immune system. One of the reasons why Americans are catching a lot of hell with this virus is because we have shot immune systems. Some of us are not eating the best food because we're not living our best life in some cases. Some of us have already pre-existing medical conditions that is allowing COVID to ravish us.
Hmm.
So the first thing you want to do before you start talking about all the other things that they're telling you is you have to first take care of your body. Take care of body, mind, and spirit in combination with everything. If you do that, you giving yourself a shot. You don't now, why is it back to the basics, in your opinion? Why are we not hearing enough about holistic treatments and health by the so-called experts?
Oh, it's very simple because let's just say certain people are in bed with other people. If you go back, if anybody has studied a little bit about the history of medicine, you know the Rockefeller Foundation. They've been pushing conventional medicine, uh, pharmacology
Mm-hmm.
for a long time. You see, at the beginning of the turn of the 20th century, you had um, holistic therapies available.
Right.
But then, due to Rockefeller putting their hand in educations and contributing to a lot of these universities, all of that changed, and even the criteria for becoming a doctor changed in that area. Holistic therapy was highly discouraged and still is. Even now, you have some people who say that chiropractors aren't real doctors, and some chiropractors actually practice and they have a holistic approach. They
Mm-hmm.
actually have a holistic approach. Me, I'm a proponent of integrative medicine. If I ever were to become a doctor, I would probably do better in integrative medicine just because I can just pretty much, that's the bridge between holistic therapy or naturopathic therapy and conventional medicine. I mean,
Okay.
just you might as well just have both of them and just give the patient all the treatment options that you can, and then okay, just put everything on the table, and then all right, you can choose to have surgery or you can do this over here.
Okay. We have a guest who's just come into the chat room. She says hello from Little Rock, and looks like Raw B has signed herself up. Now, Raw B, let me give you let you know what's going on over here. So basically, this app is new. It's still in the early stages of development. Um, you can combine all your content into this app, which is fantastic. A lot of people over here are professionals, so it has um a different sort of energy to it. It's not like YouTube. So and I've read their policies. They don't get into no, they don't want doxing and all the other nonsense. Not that you do that, but what I'm saying is it's just a different vibe over here. A lot of people over here are willing to support people's channels, willing to engage you because it's still a small growing community, but it does not have the energy or the flavor of YouTube. And I'm hoping that it does not become like YouTube, because that's why I like it, because it isn't like YouTube. Even though you can broadcast into YouTube, which is fantastic, but I like the fact that it doesn't have all the trappings and the nonsense of YouTube. So I think with the content that you do and the way you professionally present yourself, you fit this app. You fit what it's about. There are going to be some people that will come over here and they're going to be very disappointed if they think that they can bring the same, I'm going to say it again, if they bring this sort of unprofessional presentation. Now, we're having a good time tonight, but when I go live on here, like I do on my own show on YouTube. I'm giving facts, I'm giving figures, I'm being professional about it. Same way you are, Raw B. That's why I think that this will be a good platform for you to utilize as well. So I've already subscribed to you. And matter of fact, I'm about to bring her on the panel right now. And let me send her a link. Can I put the link in the chat, or should I just let me see something real quick? Let me see something. I could probably just send it to her the other way around. Let me go ahead and just send it to her through how do I want to do this? How do I want to send it to her? Let me not lock that. How do I want to send her? The same way I got you, I need to be able to find her in the let me see. I need a copy of my link. Unless you still have a copy, if you got a copy of that link, you could probably drop it down to her. I still got to figure out how to get my hands on links on this thing when you're already, I know I can copy the link before I go live, but now I want to grab a link. And let me see. Is it maybe the Hap Studio settings? No, I don't want to drop that in there. And I don't want to I'm in comments, and there's got to be a way. Oh, I know what I'll do. Oh, I know how to get her on. I'm tripping. All I got to do is touch her avatar and send her an invite, and here it comes. So, yeah, all you do, back to the basics, is that when you're live, this is kind of cool because you can't do this on YouTube. When you're live, all you got to do is touch the avatar with your mouse in the chat room of the person. You click their avatar and you invite, and it has a drop down menu, and you invite them to come on. YouTube doesn't have it set up like that. On YouTube, you can drop a link in the chat room, but you can't drop a link to the person individually unless you email it to them.
Right.
I can literally give her a link without emailing it. And she just super chatted me. She said, I appreciate your reward. She gave me an appreciation award. Let me put her on the screen. I like that. And it's supposed to show up on the screen automatically when people give you those type of things. You put her up there. She's in Little Rock. So come on upstairs. I just gave you an invite. You got to click the invite. And what I'm gonna do, if she comes upstairs, I'm just gonna go to each one of you. I'm gonna click on your picture like that, and go to each one of you, because I think that the problem that I have with what was going on, I haven't resolved that yet. and I don't know why. I know why it's happening because I can't break out of these grids. There's the tall grid, there's the grid, then there's the PIP grid, which is the one I was using. Then there's stacks. I can't get into those grids. She says, thank you. All my networks are attached. I like it. Okay. Get your butt up here, Raw B. Bring your fine self up here. I'm wrong. I shouldn't even say that.
Oh my goodness.
She a married woman. I'm gonna get her in trouble tonight.
Look at you. Yes,
Here she comes.
Here
she comes. All right, there she comes. Let me get her on here. She got the back sound and everything. All right, what's going
I'm trying
on?
to figure out what it is that I'm doing. Okay, here I am. Now, how do you hide your camera? Because I look a whole mess.
Oh my goodness.
It don't matter. It's late night. Nobody cares right now. I'm looking crazy too with my jacked up glasses. Got to get new glasses and contacts.
Oh no, y'all know how I do. I don't come on camera unless I'm camera ready.
Oh God, here we go. There she go with that YouTube stuff.
Now, information.
Everybody say that on YouTube. That's YouTube talk. If I ain't looking right.
I look like sleepy time because I was in the bed.
Okay. Well, you know what? It's okay. I can't put all of us on the grid right now because I got that situation going on. It's really weird how that. Let me see something. Let me see if I can get rid of this.
Oh, you okay?
Let me see.
Just hold my thumb right here over.
Let me see if I can just get rid of it. Now I've gotten rid of it. So let me see if I can bring everybody on at the same time without that music and stuff playing. Nope, can't do it. Can't do it.
What is that? Oh my God.
Well, it's the same thing. It's the same thing that's on
StreamYard.
StreamYard. You got that intro. Well, they got the same intro on here, but tonight I was hitting something. I hit something and it keeps showing up on the screen and it locked me out of the other menus. Just like on StreamYard, Raw B. You know when you're on StreamYards and you can change the configuration of how people look on your. Well, they have the same thing on this where they have this thing called stacks, where you have a stack of 3 and then you can change things. Well, right now I'm locked out of the other 2 frames, which is why I keep bringing in that other stuff. So once I end this broadcast and refresh and go into another broadcast again, it'll be gone. But how you doing anyway? I'm glad to have you here.
Oh, thank you. I'm doing okay. Just trying to, make moves away from the red platform. So I got into the podcasting thing. I'm on Anchor now.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
No. What I wanted to say to you, any tips that I can give you, I'm more than free to give you tips. I've been doing the podcasting for a long time. Anchor is fantastic because you can automatically monetize over there. So that's fantastic. But what were you saying though, before I cut in?
No, that's okay. I was gonna say I had emailed you too, so that we could set up that interview and talk.
Yeah, I want to interview you. I want to interview. Hopefully, I can bring you on this platform and interview you, and talk about some other issues too. But the podcasting is fantastic, so keep doing that. Now, Raw B, another thing that's nice, and thank you for the little we call it appreciation awards over here. They call it super chats on YouTube, but thank you for doing that. But what's cool about this platform is that you can get monetized on here quickly. They call it sponsorship. You don't have to wait for, you got to have 1,000 subs and and then what they do when you look at the number of your subs, what they do is they combine the totality of your social media and they combine it as one. Okay. You noticed that already. And so when you go live, you can very well go live right out of this app, right into your YouTube channel. Then it has an area where you can plug in other destinations and you'll be on Twitch. You'll be on everything live. And what happens is you'll get, like right now, we got 139 people watching. So you're getting all your social media followers because we got people on different social medias that follow us. Like I got people that follow me on Facebook, but they don't come over to YouTube for whatever the reasons. They don't like YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so this is great because you're able to bring everybody into what you're doing and they can use the platform that they like.
Exactly. And see, when I had set up the profile, because when I said goodnight earlier, I had to go do some research, find out who was good with the haps. So
Well, check out Irene Smith, who I had on my channel. She's like a VIP over here. She knows this thing backwards and forwards.
I definitely will.
And there's
But
two
right
guys. Let me just say this. There's two guys, and there's two guys. There's one guy named Peter, and there's another guy. There's two guys that are like the founders or the creators of this app. They actually ask for your feedback. They'll actually come into your chat room and say hi to you. So they're very hands-on
Okay, that's
with this
good.
platform. Mm-hmm.
That's good. I like that because right now we are streaming to all of my platforms because I have to plug in my Twitter, the Facebook, the YouTube,
Right.
hey to everybody. And how you saw my comment, I was in Back to the Basics chat on YouTube.
Mhm.
So when you add people in, it winds up streaming to their platform too.
Right. Now, what they've done with this is genius. So, like, for example, when you went live one night and I was trying to get people to come over from my channel over to your channel, well, with the way this is set up, you don't have to do all this advertisement. All you have to do, if I come on your panel, all I got to do is plug all my social sites, as you said, and now people will come over and it will combine with your people into the whole stream. Now you have a combination of everybody coming over and saying, hey, this is pretty cool. I want to check her out. I want to check him out now. I think that's genius. The people that created this to come up with that type of concept.
Yeah, I think it is too. I think this is a pretty dope app, and I think I'm gonna have some fun getting into it. Now, right now, I'm streaming from the phone, so you can stream this from the computer as well. Yeah.
Right. You can't do it. Right. What I'm using right now, which if you notice, I've got my special effects that I've brought into this system. I'm streaming from my desktop. So when you get a chance, make sure you go download. You don't even have to download it. Just pull it in, put it into your search engine, pull up apps, and I think you just do a little quick download because it's kind of browser based on a computer, and everything that you got on your phone will be on your computer system, and you can broadcast right out of your computer. And then if you don't want people necessarily knowing your location, you just don't activate location. And
Cool.
then what's cool about this raw B is I just discovered myself is that you can, if you want to invite anybody on your panel, all you got to do is and you don't want other people jumping into the link like trolls and stuff, all you got to do is touch the person's avatar like I did you and personally send the invite to them without having to go through all your email and all that kind of stuff with a link. That is so cool, don't you think?
It is cool. It definitely is. Wow, that's crazy. I didn't even think that it was gonna.
Right, and you can put people's messages on the screen, just like you can do it on StreamYards. StreamYards, I think, is a little bit easier because as soon as you touch it, it clicks on the screen. Here, it takes a while to process. But Raw B, this app is in the beta stage. What does that mean? There's going to be a whole bunch of improvements.
Yes, and they are already coming out the gate on fire. This
Right.
is fuego.
So I'm actually glad that you came on over because this is perfect for you. And as I was saying, I wasn't trying to be funny. What I've noticed about the crowd over here is that you got a lot of professional people. Not that you don't have professionals on YouTube, but you got a lot of folks on here that have all different professions, all different things. So it's got a different vibe to it. I've been noticing the vibe that is different from YouTube. And like I was saying, we know on YouTube people have panels, they get into arguments sometimes and all kind of stuff. That type of energy, I know based on the policies of this platform, that's not going to fly over here for very long. It's not going to fly.
Exactly. You know, I don't even got the energy for that.
Right. But because YouTube, you know how YouTube is. You get your channel taken down, you create a new one. I don't think that's gonna fly over here. I think once they cut you off, you're cut off.
Yeah, because what I did notice was when I was coming into here, they ask you for your location when you go live, so you can't play them type of games.
Right. But you don't have to show your. You can actually. You don't have to show your location though. Too. You can skip it and it won't show your location if you don't want it shown. Like for example, if I'm out and about and there's something happening and I can just broadcast it right there like news, I'm gonna activate where I'm located, especially if I'm somewhere and it's like something's happening. Hell, I'm gonna I don't have a problem with it. But this is it's fantastic so far.
All right, cool. Well, I'm gonna let you and Back to Basics go back to y'all conversation. I'm going to sleep here, but thank you for definitely showing me this app. I so appreciate that. And we're gonna get together soon. Check your email and
Yeah, I'll check
hit
the
me up when
email.
you have a moment.
Okay, I will do so. I'm glad you came over. Peace to you.
All right, peace, everybody. Thank you all for joining me from my platforms. And make sure you guys check out Information Man and Back to Basics. Let's network and grow on some real
Oh.
education.
All right.
Right on. That's telling the truth
Yes.
right there.
All right. Peace to
sister.
you.
Peace.
Tell the truth.
Right on.
All right.
Who else do we have in the chat room? There we got some other folks that have come through that I'm curious about. Let me see here.
I think they're coming from Raw B's channel.
Yeah. Well, let me
I
say
think that's-
shout out to everybody. We got Raymond in the house, Santana. And yeah, these are folks coming over from her channel. See how interesting this app is? You go to somebody's channel and you literally bring your supporters with you automatically. That's cool. You don't have that on YouTube.
No.
On YouTube, you got to go through all of this community tab stuff, and the community tab stuff don't even work. And this is another thing I noticed. Back to the basics. YouTube got some janky notifications. I know for a fact that when I go live, people are not getting my notifications. I go live on Haps, and we got people coming over here because their notifications are working on all the. How is it that their notifications can work on all these other platforms like Facebook, Twitch, Periscope, the whole 9 yards, but on YouTube, the notifications don't even work, and they only sending your stuff to one location, and that's YouTube. What's that all about? I mean,
Yeah.
I want to know what's that all about. Makes me laugh.
Yeah, we definitely need some Twilight Zone music with that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that.
No. Give me your honest thoughts. What do you think is going on?
Well, just like you said, I know people who are subscribed to me, and I'll set a premiere, right?
Right.
They won't even get the notification. And mind you, whenever they go in and they check, they still are subscribed,
Right.
and they hit the solid bell
Mhm.
has been hit so that they have got, so they're supposed to be notified every time that I either drop a video, or if I set a premiere, or schedule something to go live. So yeah, I think again YouTube be on some
Right.
stuff, but then you have to think about it. Who owns YouTube? Google. So it's like, oh, okay.
Right. So when you're talking, I got you on the screen completely frame to frame because of the situation. And so we're breaking 206 people tonight.
Wow.
Fantastic. Now I'm going to say this
Hey.
again. This is a new app. It's on desktop as well as on your phone. And the thing that I noticed is that the notifications are on point. People are coming over because the notifications and the stuff is going out the broadcast is going out into these other platforms. So this is the thing. YouTube has been around. It's $1 billion industry. If this brand new app has the ability to stream your platform through all these other social medias to bring audience over and can bring the audience of other guests that come on, then why in the hell can't YouTube just get your individual channels notifications right? What's that all about, ladies and gentlemen? Somebody in the chat room tell me if that makes sense. Make it make sense to me and everybody listening. I think Raw B is still in the chat room.
She is. I just have to say, as far as YouTube, hey YouTube, there's a new sheriff in town.
Well, don't say that. They may try to sabotage it.
No, but it's again. I mean, it's great. I think that that this is going to be a really good. It's going to be a great platform. I mean, just like you said, this is just in the beta stage.
Right.
So they are going to be working through the what is it, the bugs, and the
Right.
fixes and all that. So
Right.
it'll only get better from here.
Right.
So.
Let's say shout out to everybody out there listening to us this late night on Facebook, Twitch, Periscope, Twitter, and those that are watching that are based out of YouTube. And I'm amazed by this because either one of us have our YouTube channels fired up tonight, but we could very well have fired up the YouTube channel. That I find that amazing to be able, because I have most of my people that follow me are on YouTube, but I find it amazing to have this type of visual support tonight, and I appreciate it. And we haven't even triggered YouTube in terms of turn to YouTube on. So I can only imagine what it would be like if I have YouTube firing on all cylinders as well. You get what I'm saying? Back to the basics.
Oh yeah.
Are you there? Okay, there you go.
I'm still here. Yeah, but the great thing about it is you don't have to. So again, now you can pretty much maximize on other platforms. So technically you don't have to stream using YouTube. You can stream, just like you said, through Facebook, through Twitch. We can still stream through Periscope up until March 31st of this year. So I mean, we can stream through other various things. So
right. And matter of fact, let me do something. I'm gonna make Raw B a moderator because she's already signed up over here. So wait a minute, Raw B, I'm gonna make you a moderator on my channel. All I have to do is make you a moderator by copying your name. Your let me see this. Come on, let me go. Why would it not let me? And if I don't do it now, I can do it later. I'm trying to click on your name. Raw B. I can find it. I can find you right now. Raw. Oops. I got so many keyboards on my table. I mean, it's like a mad scientist here. I'm like a mad scientist here, Raw. But okay, I just found Raw B. I'm gonna make her a moderator. I've got her right now, and she's gonna be a mod on the channel. So let me and check this out. What happens is whenever people link on a panel, it leaves a copy of the broadcast on your page for people to watch.
right.
So it automatically helps to get more people to see who you are. I mean, YouTube doesn't even do this stuff, and yet they brag about how, oh, we're doing this for our content creators. Look, the thing that blows me away is that YouTube has crummy notifications. I can't even get half of the people that follow my channel that are getting my notifications when I go live. I come over here and use Haps, and Haps has only been around for a little while. I'm not even loaded up on YouTube tonight. and they're able to bring people over from my other social media platforms that may follow me from YouTube on those platforms too. And then we're able to bring in an audience like this
Wow.
at this time of the night of all sake. I mean, it's like pixie dust. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
So
Hey,
something is not right.
shout out to Six Figure Days. I see you. Trying to keep
Yeah, Six Figure Daves is a mod on my channel. And peace to you, Six Figure Daves. Thank you for being here. Let me put you on the screen. I can put comments on the screen here. Takes a little while. It's not. See, that's the one thing they got to fix too. Back to the basics. On StreamYards, the minute you click someone's image, you can pop it right on the screen very quickly. On here, it takes just a couple more minutes longer. But I'm certainly that they're gonna improve those things, you know.
Mhm.
Well, let me make Raw B a mod on my channel. Let me go. This is how you do it. If you want to know back to the basics, you basically go to your page
Mhm.
and you go settings. You click into settings, and then you look over to your left in the settings, and you'll see moderations. You click that, and you put the person's name. In this case, it's Raw B. Oops, I got to put the other keyboard. Hang
Hey,
on.
I see Raining Woman. How you doing?
And this Raining Woman, she follows you. She follows me too. Does she follow your channel?
I do believe so. I've seen her also in other people's chats as well. Yes.
I haven't seen Raining Woman on my channel in a minute, so it's funny that I see her over here this late night. But welcome. I'm glad to see you here. I just haven't seen you in a while in my neck of the woods. Well, it's good to see you here, sister. Okay, there go Raw B right there. And Raw B, you're a moderator. So you should see a green label or something like that attached to your name. Something like that. But no, but for real. And then once again, the other thing I was telling you about earlier before is that when you go live on YouTube, you might have 40, 50, 60 people, whatever people are following you. And then as soon as you end the broadcast, it'll say you had 200 or 300 or whatever looking at you. And I'm saying to myself, why is it that that's not indicated in the watch box? I mean, I know I've been saying this over and over again, but I got a problem with it because it shows me that there's something broken in their system.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. Just like I said, I've streamed and I might have had 5 or 6 and then literally ended the stream, go into analyticals and it'll say 0 people. I said,
I've been
"Oh,
saying this
so
over and over again, but I got a problem with it.
yeah." It's like, "Oh, so I just saw 6 people in my chat. But yeah, you're saying 0 views." I said, "Oh, this is just great." So,
Yeah, it's crazy. It's really crazy. What time is it where you are? Back to the basics. I know we all want to get our vampire sleep at some point in time, but what time is it where you are?
I got 2:39 a.m. That's what I got.
Okay, I'm in the West Coast. It's 12:39 p.m., which means I still got a little bit of time to stay up. I think let me see. Okay, so Raw B says they are manipulating the numbers. Yes, they are manipulating the numbers.
Hey, our brother Art is here. Our professor of YouTube. How you doing? Yeah, I definitely need to get back over there on your channel.
All right, what's up, Art? Yeah, I just it's something that does not make sense. And what I want to do, because I live in California, I want to actually talk to somebody in YouTube and see if they can make it make sense to me. See what type of lie or what type of BS they say.
Yeah.
And because just last year, YouTube claimed that they improved the notifications. They made this big deal about they improved it. Yeah, it's laughable stuff, isn't it? Laughable.
They improved the notifications, all right.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. They improved the notifications. Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
All right. 1241 in the West Coast, 2 something where you are, and we're 260 people watching strong. Fantastical.
Awesome.
I want to thank everybody that's come through the chat room. Thank you for showing up and checking us out. Me and Back to the Basics. We've just been shooting the breeze tonight, talking about a lot of different subject matters and what have you, and just shooting the breeze. It's been a pretty good night today. I've been spending most of my time over here on Haps, and I actually like it better than YouTube. And I like, because you can still broadcast into YouTube, but I like it better over here. The one thing I don't want over here, and I wish they will stay, I hope they stay all on YouTube. I don't want any of the trolls. I don't want any of the armchair hide behind the avatar professors from YouTube coming over here. Oh, another thing too, over here, you can't hide behind no avatar. They don't have an avatar on here. So you'll either have to show your face, or you'll have to put up something. I think Raw B, when she came on, she didn't want us to see her, so she put something to block a little bit. You have to do something like that, but it's going to be real goofy over here doing that. Nobody over here is hiding themselves, but we got a lot of people that hide themselves on YouTube. So the trolls and all the wannabe armchair professors, they can stay over there. I don't need to listen to these folks that do a lot of talking and philosophizing, but they do absolutely nothing when you ask them, what do you do? Well, how do you solve problems? But they can tell you everything that they read in the Chronicle book. I'm sick of them type of folks.
Well,
stay over there.
Yeah. Hey, a sense of awe. If you're still selling your essential oils, just saying, it's another platform. Go ahead and get your coin. Go ahead and get your, your coins up. Get your, because I'm definitely interested in what type of essential oils you got going on over there. Yes.
If you want to basically maximize your audience, for example, it's been difficult for me to bring a lot of people that know me over to YouTube from Facebook. So right now, as I'm going live, I have a Facebook page attached to my channel. And so people are watching me on there because they prefer Facebook. So it allows you to get the people that know you to your content on the platforms that they most are familiar with and feel comfortable with. And then what that does is, in the analytics, that drives your analytics up. And now, like tonight, we've got 265. Now, every night that I've gone live, last night we got 188 people that came over. Tonight we're breaking into 276. It's fantastic. And that's because you're on here with me. I'm on here. Raw B came over and attached her crowd over here, and it's fantastic. And so this is like, for example, there's a couple of people on here. There's a young lady on here who's from Sweden. She's a musician. And I had a conversation with her about COVID-19 over in Europe and how they're handling it versus us. She broke about 2,007K people watching her, just in maximizing all of her social media, having people come on the panel with her, and then people that enjoy her music. And it was no big deal. See what I'm saying? Now, YouTube, people get all, it's like no big deal over here, because why? You're going to bring the numbers over because you're maximizing the potential of all your social media. While on YouTube, a lot of us are struggling just to get people to come over to our content, especially if we ain't on a panel screaming and yelling at somebody and talking some nonsense. It's hard for us to get people to come over for just straight content on YouTube. If you're just relying on people who use YouTube only, and that's where it puts you at a disadvantage sometimes.
Okay, I muted myself because my phone was dying.
Oh, your phone's dying.
Phone
Okay.
died. Yeah, my phone was struggling a little bit, but we don't know. We good. We were struggling for a little bit. That's why I muted. I didn't want any back sound because I know
Okay.
you're very you're a stickler on sound.
Six Figure Dave said, if you say certain words on Haps, does the stream mess up? No, I don't know about that. But what I do know is when I signed up for this, and I also, they give you, you know what they also do? They give you points. You get bonus. You get these coins. You get these, you get all these points that add up. Like if you stream consecutive days, they have what they call challenges on Haps. Can you stream for 4 hours? Can you stream for 8 days straight? And then you win prize money. You know, you win $50, $100, whatever it may be. And you accumulate these coins, which can be cashed in for certain stuff. Then you don't have to wait to get 1,000 subscribers to be able to get some type of monetization, such as sponsorship. Because what they do when you sign up is they take all of your social media that you have people that follow you on, and they accumulate the raw numbers of all the people that follow you on social media. So when you sign up, you automatically have subscribers because they're coming from your social media. But they do have policies. They have absolutely a zero tolerance for doxing. So all that doxing stuff that goes on YouTube, if you do it over here, they're going to permanently ban you. You're not coming back on, folks. You're finito. They don't want you coming over here with the foulness and all that other stuff. No, it ain't going to work. It's not going to work. It's just not going to work. Because you know why it's not going to work? It's a new platform, and they don't want to, I'm sure they don't want any drama, and they don't want anything that could hurt the platform from growing. See, YouTube can afford to take a couple of hits because YouTube is $1 billion thing, and they've been around for a long time. This app is young, so they can't afford to be taking any type of bad hits like that. They have to get rid of you. Personally, I don't want the nonsense over here anyway, to be honest with you. Anyway, back to the basics. No, I'm being honest.
Yeah. Yeah, I see Six Figure Days. He mentioned another platform. He mentioned kind of seems like a sophisticated Big O. I went over to Big O. I just wasn't because I've been looking for another platform, and I think I really am liking this one that we're on, Haps. Big O, it just wasn't. I just didn't like the vibe over there. There was something off about Big O.
Big
There's
O?
also
I never heard of Big O.
yeah, yeah. So Big O, it's a little different. I didn't stay over there too long. I literally stuck my toe in the water, and I was like, nah. But that's just me.
Now, wait a minute. What is Big O?
It's another app. Um, it's another platform.
Okay, we've got Tina Dixon. She says, hello from California. Tina, I'm in California as well, and I just subscribed to your channel. She's in California. She's in California City, California. She's got 3,000 subscribers combined. That's pretty good. I mean, that's good to start with. How many people, when I got on YouTube, guess how many subscribers I had? 0, nilch, nada.
Nada, right?
And then I had maybe 7, 1, 2. But you can come over here, combine all your social. You know, that's the thing. Why? You know what? That's what YouTube should have did. They should have made it where you could have combined, but no, they wouldn't do that because then they would have to pay you that check. They had to break you off some money.
Yeah.
Right? They had to break you off that. They had to break you off that candy bar, that Twix, that Snicker bar.
I've been doing some research, and there are some very interesting um, affiliate programs out there. So I might have to do like a pre-record, and I might have to push that out because there is a lot out there when it comes to affiliate programs.
Right.
But the thing is, you have to find a a reoccurring, you
Mm-hmm.
know, a reoccurring affiliation. That way, people can actually get that passive income. You can literally be getting paid while you sleep. That's where it's at. Um, but yeah, Big O. It's funny that Six Figure Days mentioned Big O because
Yeah.
just like this person said, it is a little ratchet. That's what I didn't like about being over there. As soon,
Okay.
like I said, I stuck my toe in the water and I was like, nope, nope, we're
Do
not
you
gonna stay here.
do you recommend I upload material over there on Big O, or do you say stay away from it?
I would say stay away from it because
Okay.
you're the information man. You don't need to be.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to go
We've
over
got
there.
we got Tanya in the house, and I think says Haps sounds good. I'm curious who is backing Hap. Well, as far as I know, and I'm going to be talking to the guys that created it because they do just like on StreamYards, the guys that created this, they do every day or every week or every so often they do a stream on here where they tell you the changes that are coming. There's going to be some more changes to people that are using Android. There's changes that have been made to people that use the iPhone for this as well. And you can use this on your desktop. From what I understand, I don't think that YouTube or Google has anything to do with this. I think this is completely independent of those particular platforms. Because I think personally, if YouTube has something to do with this, they probably would be. I don't think YouTube would create something like this because one, it allows you to monetize quickly. It allows you to create a channel, bring subscribers over to your channel just like that from your social media. It allows you to have people sponsor your channel. Like for example, I can sponsor Back to the Basics. I can have $1 to $5 come out of my check every month to sponsor anybody's channels. It's the same thing that we're doing on Patreon, the same thing that they're doing over on YouTube with the whole, membership, the whole 9 yard. Well, you got the same thing like that over here. They just have a different name. You see all the little tags above me, those little white tags? Every time someone supports your channel, it keeps a record of how close you're getting to the goal of the amount of money that you're earning. So that's what those white things is. It represents people that have sent me 50 cents, $1, whatever it may be. Okay. So it's different. It's innovative. It's only going to get better. And I just don't want the trolls from YouTube coming over here. Now let's go back to the basics. Are you still there?
Oh, yeah, I'm still here. I was just charging my phone just a little bit, I'm just trying to, we're getting close to hitting the red zone.
Yeah,
But,
we're gonna probably have to get ready to call it a night. But let me put this gentleman's message on the board. And Jimmy, he's from overseas. He says, let me see this. Oh man, I think I had his message. Okay, this is what he says. For those on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch, if you want to contribute to Information Man's channel, come check out Haps TV. Oh, hey, cool. Thanks a lot for the for the promotion, and continue to come over and support the channel. So right now I'm in a crossroads. Back to the basics. I'm still going to be broadcasting on YouTube. But like I told you before, there is certain content that I'm not going to broadcast on Haps, that I am going to only broadcast on YouTube because YouTube as a platform, you can be a little bit more raw on YouTube. So there's certain subject matter that I'm going to talk about because I have the audience over there that's appropriate for those certain things. So you have to know, you have to recognize your audience and know your audience, right?
Yes,
And
that's
so
true.
a good on here, there's a mixed race of people that's on this platform. On YouTube, the majority of people that are following me over there are of African American ancestry, black people. So when I'm with my people and I'm talking, I can get a roll over here, but there's certain things that I may leave for YouTube that I don't want on this platform. And so it gives you a nice little balance. And I've been saying this, I think the best way to stream is to stream to multiple platforms. So when people on YouTube think that, okay, this person's got 50 or 40 people watching them on YouTube, if you can expand your audience with a platform like this, then you're only this is allowing me to get more people to listen to the content and become more familiar with what I'm doing over here. That's bottom line. So no, I'm not giving up YouTube. Because my YouTube channel is attached to this channel. And then when I go into my second channel, they have a system on here where you can attach what do you call that? You can put the streamer key in there and your URL, just like on StreamYards, you can plug it into a different destination. So they got great things going. I'm curious to see how far. What do you think? Back to the basics. What else they could do with this platform? What do you hope that they do with this platform?
Well, like I said, I'm pretty sure that like I said, the one thing I like to do in StreamYards, and this is just
Mm-hmm.
me, I like to pre-record. I do like a very clean presentation, but I mean, I've done presentations where there have been bloopers, and me personally, I'm a little bit different. I do like quality, but I like to leave my bloopers.
Okay.
So there are some things that where I did actually leave up because I was showing like a how to, like I know for one of my videos I was showing how to create the thumbnails using Adobe Spark,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I had a little bit of a blooper there, not really a big thing, and I left that up. And I also had a blooper whenever I was showing people how to port their podcast over from Anchor, trying to port it over to Apple, like iTunes, like Apple
Yes.
Podcasts.
Right.
And also I showed them how to port over to Stitcher, because I'm also we're on the similar podcasting platforms, and I'm also on Pandora. Pandora takes a little bit of time for that application to go through, just like iHeartRadio. But I mean, yeah, I was just trying to show people like how to, um, how to, if they're already into podcasting or thinking about it, start with Anchor or Buzzsprout. And
Mm-hmm.
right now, I'm at a crossroads because I don't know if I'm going to keep Speaker and
Mm-hmm.
Buzzsprout or just get rid of one of them. And I think that Spreaker, I'm gonna have to probably let Spreaker go. And I really like Spreaker. I like the one button distribution, but it's like I'm paying twice for the same service. So I'm gonna
Well,
probably get rid of one of them.
I'm on Spreaker myself, and I do have a Buzzsprout um, page. So what I like about Spreaker is that you can download your podcast onto your computer and you can upload it to any other site that you're on. So what I do is I upload to Anchor and I upload to Buzzsprout because I don't have a exclusive um, uh, account with them in terms of that being the base of distributing my podcast, right? A reason why I like Spreaker and I don't mind paying for it is because I like the idea of being able to broadcast live to a live audience, like a radio show. Anchor, and as far as I know, Buzzsprout, you can't broadcast live. At least I don't think you can, and I don't think they've done it yet. Now, Castbox I can actually broadcast live. There's a podcasting platform called Castbox. My podcast automatically goes to Castbox, and you can actually go live on Castbox as well. But I like the idea of going live on Spreaker. And another thing I like about Spreaker personally is that you have a broadcasting studio where you can put your special effects in, your audio clips, and all that good stuff. So I like the fact that I can broadcast live on Spreaker like a radio show into their audience over there. So I have an audience over there while at the same time distributing it to all the different podcasting platforms, while at the same time having a broadcasting studio on my computer from Spreaker to create my podcast. That's why I like it. And I'm already monetized on that particular platform as well. So
I agree. There are definitely pros and cons.
Yes.
Also with Spreaker, if you pay like what is it, the $99 I think a year, like your whole podcast, they can make that. I do believe that they make it into an app. So so your podcast can actually be an app in the app store.
Right. That's right. That's right.
So,
that's right. But
yeah.
But I'm already on the App Store because if you got an Android phone, you can find Information Man Speaks podcast anywhere. You put my name in, you'll see me everywhere. So I'm on Android phones, I'm on iPhones, I'm on app. So, but you're right. You can have an individual app just for you. And hey, let me say peace to Ted Hicks, who's in the house. He sent me a fist bump support. Thank you, brother, for doing that. Check him out too. He's got a great thing going with his program. There was something I wanted to say to you, back to the basics about, I think what you're doing is great on Buzzsprout. Buzzsprout is a great platform. I think Anchor is great because you can monetize and make money off your podcast on Anchor very quickly on Anchor, but I just have never gotten into Anchor, but I do load up material over there. This is what I wanted to tell you. When you go live using StreamYards, which is one of the things that I think I do like about StreamYards, is that you can save your broadcast, right? You can save the audio of your broadcast and make a podcast out of that by linking it to your podcast, or you can save the video. What you can do over here on Haps is that if you interview somebody on that channel or you do pre-produced content, you can save the video and upload the video on Haps Video Upload. And you can upload it onto Haps almost like it's a premiere video like they have on YouTube. You can make it, you can create your own premiere video for the audience over here. So for example, if I just use YouTube and I like, for example, that the thing about the Gorilla Glue, which we didn't even get into that, the Gorilla Glue story that I did on my second channel. If I wanted to, I could upload the copy of that into here, into this if I wanted to, but I didn't want to, right? But that's just the thing. Let's touch on that real quick before we end tonight. And we got 312 people in the house. Peace to you all. The Gorilla Glue situation. The young lady is 40 years old. Back to the basics. I'm going to say it again. She's 40 years old. She took Gorilla Glue. Let me emphasize this because it makes me puzzle the mind. Why would you do that to yourself? You use glue that is supposed to be for gorillas. And I'm trying to figure out why. Why did she do that? It was not the best thing for her to do to herself. And this is something I wanted to show something real quick. Why I'm talking about this. And I guess it's not on here, but I'll back to the basics why I find this. Let me switch over to you real quick. And what is your thoughts?
Well, this is why reading is fundamental. We need to be reading labels. I swear, reading is becoming a lost art around here in society. It's just important. Just read the directions, because Gorilla Glue is not meant to put on hair. Like it's meant to do surfaces. I mean, I've used Gorilla Glue too, but I've used it for glass, and I've used it for wood. It's not used for hair. And that's what happens sometimes when people they don't think, and they're looking for a quick fix, unfortunately. Um, and this is what happens. Um, but
Wow. Wow.
yeah, I see the comments here. Um, Mr. Ted Hicks said a very bad look for us. And then we have, let's see, Anissa, the queen. She said she did it for attention, fame. And then Strong Flower said stupid incident. And then Miss Anissa said she knew better. Like I said, I have yet to view like any video of her or anything. I knew it was just something that sort of popped up, and I'm like, Gorilla Girl. I'm like, okay, so obviously, I mean, I thought it was like a challenge whenever I first like sort of. But I'm serious. I'm not even playing. Like I literally thought, like, okay, is this another challenge? Like, I'm serious. Like I thought it was like another challenge, like people eating those Tide Pods or whatever they were doing back like a few months ago or years ago or whatever have you. Like I'm like, how you gonna ingest a little Tide Pod that is meant to go in the washing machine? I'm like, you know what I mean? So I thought it was like one of those crazy challenges that somebody was doing, and here to come find out it was something completely different. So that was my original reaction, like what's going on, Gorilla Girl? Like what's okay, what's going on with that? So but yeah, this is what happens when people don't, when they don't read or if they don't pay attention. I don't know, like I said, I haven't seen any video of her, of it. I'm gonna probably have to watch a snippet or a clip or whatever. I don't know if she did it for attention because I haven't seen any footage. So it was
Well,
just it's some.
what we can do here, give me 1 minute. I'm gonna upload something that that maybe, let me see. Do I have the video that I used on my my channel? And if I don't, I can upload it again. Matter of fact, I will, because I want people to see this, just a little taste of it. So let me do something real quick. I'm going to put some pictures up on the screen for people to see what you're talking about. Now, she had a doctor, and I think I in the video I said he was. I think he actually lives in Beverly Hills, but I said Hollywood, but everybody knows what that means. I thought he was Nigerian, but he's Ghanaian, and he did the surgery. And I think that it was. I think one of the reasons why he was willing to do the surgery for her, because of the fact that it was great marketing for him as a doctor. But the thing that kills me is that people are saying, are we rewarding stupidity? Because this woman has, I think on Instagram, her following has shot up, not to mention the money that she's collected in GoFundMe. Are we supporting and reinforcing what some would say is stupidity behavior? That some would say, come on, this is a woman who put Gorilla Glue in her hair. And I'm going to put some pictures up here for people to see. Just give me 1 minute. I'm going to put myself over here. Okay, folks, let me show you some pictures. This is the Information Man, live in effect, late night creature feature late night show. And let's see a picture of her right here. So there she is in the hospital with a nurse tending to her. She went to a regular hospital where they couldn't do anything for her there, ladies and gentlemen. And I did a video on my second channel, my podcast channel, about this. So you're getting a little taste Let me see here. Let's go back into here. And then this is the man who did something for her. This is the doctor. Okay, this is Dr. Oba. He is from he's Ghanaian. He's from Ghana. That's his ancestry. And he stepped in to help get this out of her hair. And this is a picture of her after they finished the surgery. Now, I said this in my video. You see how she looks on there? Now, ladies, I got to keep it real with you. When you wear all those cosmetics, you put all those chemicals in your hair, you do all these things to yourself, we know that it's not really how you look, because this is how she really looks. And you can tell that she was happy with joy to get the Gorilla Glue out of her hair. Check that out. Just check that out. So you can see that she was very happy that this ordeal was over, that she was out of the fray, because she had made a horrible decision putting this stuff in her hair. Just a horrible decision. She should have never allowed herself to put this in her hair. And I want people to look at that, because to me, it's very telling of the situation. Here's another picture of her with the can in hand when she was doing her video about this this product called Gorilla Glue. And ladies and gentlemen, you have to use common sense, even though common sense is not always common, because you can't put glue in your hair. Spray an adhesive. She did not have, she ran out of her actual hair glue, and she used this product. Now look, let's look at what's inside this product right now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's look at it right now. Okay, on the screen, I'm going to take some things off because I want people to take a look at what I'm talking about. And let's do that right now. So let's remove this. And so this product has this glue. This Gorilla Glue is meant for wood, metal, stone, glass, plastic, bricks, concrete, foil, paper, fabrics, foam. It says nothing about being useful for your hair. It never says anything about you can use this for your hair. The young lady made a very bad decision in putting actual glue in her hair. And one can make the argument that why are we as a society sort of rewarding goofy behavior from a woman who is 40 years old? We're not talking about a woman who is a 13-year-old, a 12-year-old, an adolescent. We're talking about a grown 40-year-old woman who put this stuff in her hair, and she miscalculated, and it became an emotional ordeal for her. It was the Gorilla Glue that she put in her hair, and it was a ridiculous choice that she made to do such a thing by putting Gorilla Glue in her hair. Now let me show you a small clip, all 331 of you watching, a small clip of what she said. And I know some of you have probably seen this clip already, but here we go.
Watch. Look, y'all, look, you wipe it off and nothing happens. Like, this is the life that I'm living at this point. Like, this is the life that I guess I'm gonna have to live. Yeah. Look.
You see what I'm saying? That's why you don't put Gorilla Glue in your hair. That's why you don't you don't do something like that. You got to use common sense, although common sense is not always common, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what I want to let you all know. This is the Information Man show on HAPS, and I have Back to the Basics with me. Let me bring her back to the screen. Back to the Basics. You had a chance to see, I hope, a little bit of that. What are your thoughts? Unmute yourself. And she is a grown 40-year-old woman, as brother Media said in the chat room, brother AB Media. She's not a child. She's a grown 40-year-old woman.
My first reaction is exactly one of the comments that he said. Lord, are you serious? I'm serious. Like, wow. I mean, I looked at her, and I hate to have to pass judgment just based upon her on her appearance, but it seems to me I noticed a lot of I will say extra stuff going on with her. I seen how long them nails were and those lashes, and I got it. The beauty industry. I mean, I got it. Do what if that's what you do to make to feel But to me, I don't need all those things to have confidence or to what I mean. But I get it. Each is to its own. That's why I'm a proponent for natural hair. I don't need all that extra stuff. I don't need to put on lashes. However, if someone is selling lashes, I'm not going to discourage anyone from going over from buying any cosmetics or anything like that. But it seems to me there's a lot of I think with some people, this is just me. I'm just making an observation. Certain people do hide behind a lot of accessories because to me, I mean, all the nails and the lashes and makeup she had on, that to me was a little bit much.
Right.
You know what
It's
I'm
it's
saying?
it's it's too much. Back to the basics. I got to be honest. It's too much. And let me say peace to. I think we have someone here from Vancouver, Canada. We got Susan Day in the house, and that's what's great about this app. You got people from all over the world using this app, so you will have international folks coming in saying what's up to you. Um, yeah, that's the thing is that you
And
could tell that she's overdone, she's over processed because
yeah.
this is what she learned. This is why I did this. This is why I said this is what she really looks like. Let me show that picture again. This is really what she looks like. If I can get back to that picture that
Yeah.
I had what did I do with that picture that I had up here? What did I do with that stuff here? Hang on, give me 1 minute. Where is this at?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. This is what she really looks like when you take all the illusions of the cosmetic and makeup. There it is. That's
Mm-hmm.
really what she looks like,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's the real length of her hair. And look, I'm not saying that women or men or anybody doesn't have a right to do something to enhance their looks. That's your business. But at
Right.
the end of the day, this is what she looks like. And she put herself at risk putting Gorilla Glue in her hair. Common sense isn't common anymore, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. I would encourage her to just embrace herself. I mean, like I said, I went back to being natural. I mean, from birth to 11 years old, I was natural. And then, I did the hot oil treatment, and then I did the Just For Me curl, the Just For Me relaxer. And then I went on down that road, and I damaged my hair for 16 years. And then finally, at the age of 27, I went back to being natural. And I'm like, wow, I should have did this years ago. All those years I was doing those relaxers. I didn't need to do all that. And I have 4C hair. I have that 4C stuff that shrink up, and you can forget about as far as putting a comb through it because that ain't happening. So me transitioning over to locks was shoot, I should have did this years ago. So I mean, she needs to embrace herself. If you got short hair, that don't mean I mean just about any length of hair is in style. I mean, how many women are doing the asymmetrical bobs and whatever else and the shoulder length hair or the hair that's, just about, touching the neck or whatever. So it really doesn't matter what length of hair you have. So my encouragement would her to be, I remember one time, this is just a short story. I was listening to a radio broadcast, and it
Mm-hmm.
was actually all black men, and the someone brought up hair. I do believe it was a female caller, and their answer was, because she was getting into this good hair versus bad hair thing, and I'm just like, it's just hair. And that's pretty much
Right.
what those black men told her. They pretty much told her the worst type of hair. Uh, he said bad hair is pretty simple.
Right.
He said bad hair is dirty hair.
Mm. Mm.
Just shampoo your hair, pre-poo, whatever you do, pre-poo,
Right.
co-wash, apple cider vinegar rinse. He said the worst type of hair you can have is dirty hair. He didn't
Wow.
mention anything about, oh, well, that 4C hair over there with all that shrinkage, that's bad hair because it's kinky
Right.
and it's unruly and you can't, and it's not straight hair, it's not natural curly hair. That is not what
Right.
any man on that platform in that radio show said. He said dirty hair is the
Right.
worst hair you can have, all that dandruff and nastiness. That's
Right.
pretty much what they said. So my
That
my 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 message to her would be, just embrace yourself. You don't need all them nails and all them lashes, and that's okay. If you want to wear that, that's fine. But be okay. Have that same confidence when you take all that off and when you
right.
look at yourself in the mirror.
We got a few people chiming in. We've got Anthony who says people who put so much dangerous stuff on themselves for looks is crazy to me. We've got the queen who's coming in the house. She says they are, Anthony, people like her will do anything for money just to keep up that lifestyle. He says, for instance, and this fact, if someone sells a jar that will make you look fabulous, but it may kill you, people will buy it, wear it, and just for the look, it's sad. I have to agree that what he's saying has a lot of merits, um, because it is a sad state of affairs. Back to the basics. A part of me, using my condition, using my background in psychology as a therapist, a part of me can look at her and tell there's some self hate, that she has self esteem issues, because every time I've seen pictures of her, everything is a little over the top. The eyelashes, the contacts, the hair. She's very much into how she looks. And I think whenever you see people that are over the top with how they look, especially at her age, at 40 years old, to me, it appears to me like part of that is because she really doesn't like how she really looks underneath the surface of all the cosmetics. And she needs that to feel good about themselves. Like I said in my video that I produced on the channel, we know that hair is a very important thing within the African American community. It's a very sensitive thing, that it's a very big deal. When you go to the barber shop and you get lined up, it can make a guy feel like $1,000,000. If a woman goes to the beauty salon, or the beauty shop as we call it, it can make that lady feel like $1,000,000 when she walks out. So we know this issue around hair is a very sensitive issue. And as you can see in the video that I played, she became very emotionally distraught, as anybody would, when she realized that she could not get this stuff out of her hair, because I think it was reported by her that she tried to wash her hair, I think between 15 and 16 times, and it would not come out. So it is quite something. I want to thank everybody that's come over tonight. We got 341 people in the chat. Do me the biggest favor. I know it's a shameless plug, but I'm going to put a shameless plug out. Make sure you go over to the Information Man Show channel on YouTube and subscribe, as well as the Information Man Speaks podcast channel. And then let me see, we've got Back to the Basics. Let everybody know where they can find you at on your channel too. She's probably charging her phone. She's been having some phone problems, folks. Let everybody know where they can find you on your channel too.
Can everybody still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. And I think everybody in the chat room, I hope you can hear.
Okay. So I mean, just look for me. I mean, I'm on the I'm on YouTube. Just look for Back to the Basics. Look for my avatar. You'll see me. I'll be wearing my African attire. Just look for me. There's only one Back to the Basics with my thumbnail, and I'm also on various platforms. I'm on Anchor, Speaker, Pandora. That they also have a podcasting platform, Apple, Google, and iHeart, Castbox, Deezer, all those things. Just look for me.
Right. Ted Hicks said that the Queen instant. He said that beauty is what matters. Internal beauty, he says. Let me correct that. Internal beauty is what matters, is what he's saying. And we got AB Media. He says she's trying to sue the company Gorilla Glue. I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't think her lawsuit is going to hold up. There is nothing on the back of the bottle of the Gorilla Glue that says that this is a hair product, that you can put this in your skin or your hair. I think this is an example of her being naive, maybe being silly, not using reductive reasoning, not using intelligence, maybe possibly being more focused on trying to get her hair done a certain way at any cost. It was stupidity. And I'm going to say this because it's not popular. I don't think we should reward people when they do something that is ridiculous and they're not a child. This is not a woman that's 20 years old. She's not 16 years old. She's not 30 years old. She's not a baby. She's not walking around with diapers on. This is a grown 40-something-year-old woman who also has children. And you can hear when back to the basics, when she was in the bathroom talking about, look, I can't get this out of my hair. You could hear her kids in the other room who she should have been attending to, but they're in the room making the kid noises. That's always been a turnoff for me when I hear a woman talking on the phone or social media and she's got kids crying in the background, crying for her. That's always been a turnoff for me as a man. Because that tells me you need to be paying attention to your children, not the social media. And not your cosmetics. That's just my opinion as I see it. Just the way I see it. Back to the basics. I'm going to get ready to end the broadcast because I know your phone is on its last leg. I'm on my last.
No, we're still.
I'm on my last leg because I probably need to lay my butt down in the bed now and rest, because I plan to come back on tomorrow sometime during the day and do a podcast, which will be broadcast into Haps, but I'm going to broadcast it into Spreaker and all this other stuff. So I'm going to be doing my podcast tomorrow on here. And also I'm going to podcast because I'm going to talk about the verdict tomorrow. What will the Republicans do? I wonder what the breaking news will be tomorrow with the Republicans. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Information Man of the Information Man News. Will the Republicans do the right thing by finding Donald Trump guilty of inciting the riot on January 6th, or will they slide back and backslide and capitulate and kiss his you-know-what because they want to make sure that they get those 70 million voters that are in their district so that they can stay back in office? Will they put country before their own personal goals and aspirations, ladies and gentlemen? Curious minds would like to know. I am, once again, that's the end of it. This is Information Man News signing off from the great beyond. We want to know what's going to happen tomorrow with the Republican Party. Will they do the right thing, or will they just capitulate to the same old things? What do you think? Back to the basics.
We'll see. I definitely want to know. I think they're going to try to get him off of that, but we'll see if they can. We'll see what they're going to do. I don't believe that they're going to put anything above their interest, but we'll see.
Right. Another thing I want to bring up to your attention before I end the night. The guy, you saw my video about the guy Austin Ching.
Oh Lord, that Chang.
Who said that if he becomes mayor of Michigan, the first thing he's going to do is get rid of the Black History Month because he says it should be American history, which is just a buzzword for it should be immigrant history. It's really because he's Nigerian. He was in the military as well. He comes from Nigerian ancestry, and this is the most amazing thing to have someone who's from Nigeria, who's not Black American, saying that he wants to get rid of something that is a celebration of Black American people. Although it should be more than just a month. It should be every year is our Black history. But this man has used that as his campaign to appeal to the conservatives by saying, let me attack something that's celebrating Black people. Why he didn't go after the Native Americans. He didn't go after Jewish people. He didn't say he's going to take anything away from a celebration of other people. I didn't hear him say, hey, maybe we shouldn't let the Irish in Chicago paint the water. What do they do in Chicago every year where they celebrate St. Patrick's Day and they put green dye in the water? Okay. Do you think anybody in Chicago, because you got a lot of Irish in Chicago, you think anybody becoming mayor of Chicago comes out and says, hey, I'm going to get rid of the Irish celebration. We're not putting the green dye in the ocean water anymore, the lake water anymore, because we don't need to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. We need to celebrate American Day. Now, if I was to say that in Chicago, they would kick my butt out, right? They would not vote for me. They would call me all sort of names and persecute me to the highest degree, And I'm just telling the truth, okay?
Yeah. I just like to say I'm a quarter Nigerian. I do not approve of his message. I disapprove of that. He know better than to have the nerve to come over here and even go there. It'd be like me going over to Nigeria and talking about, okay, you guys need to get rid of your Independence Day, or you guys need to get rid of this over here. He know better than to even fix your mouth and say something like that. It's just disrespectful.
Right.
Just disrespectful.
Right now, Raw B says we have to share our months with presidents that enslaved us. Now, a little history, because I talked about this on my second channel. Check out the stream I did about this guy, Austin Chang. I did some history. Carter G. Woodson, when he originally created Black History Month, Black History Month was originally only Black History Week. The reason why Black History Month is in the shortest month of the year is because Carter G. Woodson purposely picked February because of two figures. One, Frederick Douglass, who was born in February, and then Abraham Lincoln, who was also born in February. And Carter G. Woodson said that he felt that those two men made an impact as it relates to slavery, and that's why he wanted to place it in February. But however, before you jump down Carter G. Woodson's throat, well, he's not with us. He's not with us anymore. He's with the ancestors. Carter G. Woodson said that he does not believe that Abraham Lincoln and others like him truly freed the slaves. He said that it was the black soldiers and black sailors who are truly the ones that made it possible because of their efforts. That's what Carter G. Woodson said. So when Black History Month became a month-long celebration, I think in the 1970s, Carter G. Woodson did not make the decision to make it a month. He just made a decision to make it a week and to celebrate it in February. That's what was happening at that time, because American society, for the most part, would not and did not and often would refuse to recognize Black people who are foundational, who built this country in so many dimensions that we built this country. That's the reason why we get this Black History Month, because Black people have a longer history in this country as it relates to the industrialization of America, the agricultural development of this country, everything, to the White House we built, to the Capitol building that we built, to everything, to the rooter, to the tutor, to the gouda, gouda, gouda. That's truly the truth.
Tell the truth.
Back to the basics. Any last words before I call it a crescendo tonight or this morning?
Well, like I said, this has been another, another broadcast. Thank you so much for inviting me on your platform for this late night, I don't know, rapid fire discussion. Because my goodness, we talked about so many different topics tonight. I can't think of anything other than to just remember to practice self-care. Because I
Right.
mean, with this COVID-19, some people, with social distancing, depending upon, their situation, with them not being able to get out, or if they're elderly or something, that can take its
Right.
toll. So just
Right.
make sure you take care of your mental health and just everything, you know.
Right. Definitely. And let me say something too. We, even though Black History Month is celebrated for the month of February, that does not mean that Black history ends with February. You should be teaching Black history 365 days of the year, period. We need to be teaching our kids, and we don't need to be waiting for the schools to do it. We should be doing it ourselves. We should be our biggest and greatest advocates when it comes to education, when it comes to our kids, 100%. I'm not waiting on somebody else. I'm the person that I'm waiting for. Me, the person that you wake up every day and you look at yourself in the mirror and you brush your buck teeth. So thank you everybody for being here tonight. The Queen is in the house saying some great things. Ted Hicks says 365 days of the year, 24/7. We got T that's come in. Everybody, it's been a great night. We got 368 people strong supporting the broadcast tonight. I could not ask for more. I could not ask for more, ladies and gentlemen. I could not ask for more. We could not ask for more. Thank you for being a part of this tonight. And somebody wrote something I want to read. This is the Queen making us sing those slave songs. Yeah, they did. That's right. That's right. That's right. But we don't have to sing those songs today. See, we got a lot more in our favor today than our ancestors had. So there's no excuse for us not to do what we know we need to do today. There's no excuse. We got Sister Winfield who's coming in the house. HBC Queen. Peace to you. If I'm saying your name right, HBCU Queen. Thank you for being here, sister. Let's get on out of here. Back to the basics. We'll do it again very soon. Like I said, I'll probably be doing some broadcasting, a podcast or something sometime during the day tomorrow, if possible. I might go on late night again on Saturday night as well, possibly. Looks like late night is good for me on this platform. Going late night, I think I might go on my page and I might write down Information Man late night show. How you like that? How does that sound? The late night show with Information Man. Sounds funny, huh?
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can, yeah, the information, what is it? You said the Information Man show. What is it? The Information Man
Yeah,
late
or
night show? Yeah,
late night
yeah.
the Information Man late night show or late night show with Information Man. Which one sounds better? They both sound corny, but which one sound the less corniest?
Oh my gosh. I'd say the Information Man late night show. Of course, on the Information Man network. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I could. Yeah, but now as I end this broadcast tonight, and I've been playing around with this platform for a little bit now. I'm rethinking a lot of things because this is powerful in a way it's able to gather your social media. I don't think anybody, I know that StreamYards allows you to stream to the different platforms. I think they allow you to stream to 3 platforms, maybe 8 if you pay more money. I understand that. But I don't even think StreamYards brings your audience this over on this level the way this platform somehow is able to bring it over. And the reason why, I don't know what it is, but there's something that they're doing right on this platform that's bringing people over. And it's working. And this is in the beta stage. That's something else.
Yeah, Mr. Ted Hicks, he said to try the Tesla algorithm by, let's see, he said 4 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 1 Pacific time.
Well, Ted, I went on around 1 or 2 o'clock today. I was I did a broadcast about the impeachment. I was bringing in a news feed, and I had about 126 people watching. Somewhere in there it went up. But I feel like late night might be the permanent spot for me when I'm using Haps. That I might need to keep it at a late night. I wish I could get all 376 people watching right now to give me a survey as to whether they think I should stick with the late night show. Wish I could get their feedback, all of them. But I think this is where I need to go with the late night show. And then I'll bring guests on every now and then, like yourself, Raw B, and others, to give their commentary on various news and social events that are happening.
Do you mind if I ask the people in the chat room a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. If you think that the Information Man
I'm crazy, huh? I'm crazy. I'm out of my mind.
Late night, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat room. And if you feel he should do another time slot, then put a 2 in the chat, please.
Yeah, maybe I should go. Maybe I should come on at 6, 7 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, right. Morning. You know what? One thing that I have learned that the morning time doesn't work for me. Even on my YouTube channel, when I tried to experiment with a morning show, it don't work. It does. I've done it before. It just, people just don't come over like that when I go on in the morning. But for some reason, I can go on late at night and people just come out of nowhere. It's weird like that.
Okay, we're seeing a lot of 1s. Looks like
all right, late night. All right, thanks a lot, folks, for the vote. Thanks a lot, everybody out there. Once again, this is the Information Man show of the Information Man show. You can catch me on YouTube as well. You can catch me on all the social medias. I'm tired. That's why I'm sitting up here scratching my head. I'm tired, folks. It's about 1:45 in the West Coast, 1:40 a.m. in the West Coast. I'm tired. Time to lay down. I want to thank everybody out there, all 384 of you watching the broadcast this late night. Thank you. I want to thank Raw B. I want to thank Tag Hits for coming over. I want to thank everybody for coming over and supporting the program, whether you be in Twitter, whether you be in Twitch, whether you be in Periscope, whether you be in Facebook, wherever you be. Thank you for coming over and participating. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's get on out of here. Back to the basics. We'll do it again. Take care, my sister.
All right, you too. Peace and blessings, everyone.
All right, everyone. Here we go, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great show. And peace. Don't mind my crazy glasses I got on tonight. Here we go. Peace.
When I'm flying, the descent is still my favorite part. Easy to end and hard for me to start. You don't wanna feel that part of me that's cold.
You are listening to
apathy.
Information
Wanna
Man.
feel that
Please
way.
make sure to subscribe to his channel.
Nobody, I can't trust nobody. Nobody, I can't trust nobody. No, nobody, I can't trust nobody. No, not even myself. Needed you to be mindful of me. Needed you to be mindful. Stretch out my hand to you and take down your blindfold. Imagine that I reach out to you, but I'm young and still prideful. Needed you to be mindful of me. Needed you to be mindful. Where the fuck does your mind go? Where the fuck did that time go? Small talk, kept the lights so. Cut to the chase, get out my face. Needed you to be mindful of me. Needed you to be mindful. Stretch out my hand to you and take down your blindfold. Imagine that I reach out to you, but I'm young and still prideful. Needed you to be mindful of me. Needed you to be mindful. Where the fuck does your mind go? Where the fuck did the time go?
You are listening to
Small talk, get your
Information Man.
lights so.
Please make sure
Cut
to
to the
subscribe to
chase,
his
get
channel.
out my face. Look in the mirror, look at your face. See that it's destiny, see that it's fate. Wash off the mess of me from yesterday. Hit the sativa, caffeine in the play. As a superhero, stand beside when I'm feeling down. But I'm optimistic that I can turn it all around. Baby, if you felt my pain, you know how strong I am. Make this shit look easy, swear it's hard to stand. I didn't make no time for falling. It was never in my plan. Examination, recall, pre-hope, that's just who I am. Are you checking on me? Are your checks secured? Are you betting on me? Or is my enemy preferred? Are you down to ride? Can I really trust your word? Can I really trust your word? 'Cause I needed you to be mindful of me. Needed you to be mindful.
Information is power.
Take down your blindfold. Imagine that I reach out to you, but I'm young and still prideful. Needed you to be mindful of me.
Information
Needed you to be
is
mindful.
power.
Where the fuck does your mind go? Where the fuck did that time go? Small talk, kept the lights so. Cut to the chase, get out my face. Needed you to be mindful of me. Needed you to be mindful. Stretch out my hand to you. Take down your blindfold. Imagine that I reach out to you. I'm young and still prideful. Needed you to be mindful of me. Needed you to be mindful. Where the fuck does your mind go? Where the fuck did the time go? Small talk, cut the lights so. Cut to the chase, get out my face.
Information is power. You are listening to Information Man. Please make sure to subscribe to his channel.
Good night, everybody.